Hello YouTube, we got a teaser today. I saw that notification on my phone, I forgot what I was doing. So I'm a bit late today, I was working. It's a very important week for me at work, and so I've been working late, and I do not like it. It's not fun, but we must do what is asked of us in order to make money. So this is what I gotta do to pay bills, then stream will be late today, unfortunately. But yeah, so 5 minutes before stream, actually everybody else in Discord figured out what's going on in this trailer, so let's take a look. I'm gonna pause the music, and we can take a look at this trailer in case you haven't seen it. Let me show you. Boom! Oh shit, that's a trailer. Move myself. Move it so it's not in the way of me. Okay. Hopefully this is the right volume. We'll see.
I am called from my mountain.
That kind of reminded me of Calandra at first. Bird
We
Calandra.
must stop this insanity.
It says Mary Spirit.
Please, save me.
So I think we are all. There's nothing after this, right? Yeah. Okay. We're all at the consensus that this is likely a League mechanic. This is probably not an endgame thing. It's likely the League mechanic. It's the tree where we save Sin in PoE 2. Interesting. You think so? I don't think so. I'm not in on that conspiracy. It's in the middle of a forest. I don't know, but we were talking because I think we have a theory for this guy. Because we have all the Elder Maddox screenshots that Benny so graciously posted in Discord. Mother Soul is what the precursors were trying to protect. But they said that who were trapped in the mountain? Someone was trapped in the mountain. Where did we say about this? Okay, well, regardless, there are 3 children. I think they're the first ones. No, the first children was Sin and Innocence. So, hello, welcome in, JS. We're just talking about the lore behind this kid right here. The first kids were Sin and Innocence, and one other person who we don't know about, I think. And then the last children were Solaris, Lunaris, and Viridi. These 3, Solari, Lunari, and Viridi. And so those 3 we can attach a name to, because where was I? Let me pull up the lore document actually. Hold on just a second. Just to get nerdy with it for a minute, because I think this is interesting, and it probably could indicate some kind of lore stuff. But I gotta get this thing open, hold on. The lore document is in... You ever have something in your downloads folder that you just keep referencing over and over again, and you know you should put it somewhere more useful, but you just keep getting it out of your downloads folder? That's me. Okay. Welcome to the lore compilation. This is an interesting evolution on my channel. And hold on, I gotta turn notifications off. Okay. So we're talking about the last children. People of the mountains were very proud of the last children. Sorry if there's a flashbang. Solari, Lunari, and Viridi. And oh, interesting. So All rejoiced when Solari and Lundara shattered the gray sky, which does feel kind of like what we saw in this thing. Some people smarter than me think it's going to be 4 teasers, 1 per main mechanic, and saying it's a full rework. I don't understand that. I'm not in that camp. I saw that on Reddit. People on Reddit, look at this. The theories about these being teasers of League mechanic reworks are solid. I don't know if I'm with that. Where is it? They are reworking every league? I don't think... Second teaser was Expedition, third teaser Delirium. Korean league was Breach. I would be really shocked if that was true. I guess... This is all we have of the mention of the last children? So anyway, let me show you my AI bot. That's gonna answer all our questions. Don't make fun of me because I'm using Gemini. I'm a PoE 2 tourist. I'm just inhaling all the copium I can. I mean, maybe. It would be cool. I don't see them doing that, but maybe. So they have... Veridi... For some reason, my AI bot is convinced that Veridi is Sin's sister? I don't know. That doesn't make sense, because... Right now, the current theory that I have is that, like, Veridi is trapped within the Earth, and then Veridi is the sibling of Solaris and Lunaris. But the interesting part about that is that Solaris is the sun, right? Lunaris is the moon, and Veridi would be the Earth. Because... Huey Wiki... We have this item... Is this a PoE 1 item or a PoE 2 item? It might be PoE 2. Read these. Fail? Isn't this an item? Yeah, okay, it's PoE 1. Okay, look. Her sister is eternally fought for shining apex in the skies, but Veridi instead found strength in humility. So Veridi was like representing something else, but is also the sister of Solaris and Lunaris. So my stupid AI slot bot thinks that Sin is related to this, but probably not. What is this Veridi? Where is it in PoE 1 terms? Never heard of it. It's so this person right here, trapped inside this stone that we're supposed to save, is likely Veridi. Is likely this person. That's the idea. Look at that beautiful crown. We'll see it one day. So, perhaps there is something here. Yeah. I don't know, I don't always trust Gemini, but... Yeah, likely it's an Asmiri NPC. I can see why people think this is Delirium. I'm not on board. There are uniques in PoE 1 after her. After Veridi. Hey, healthy lore video, by the way. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I always have this weird sensation where every time I put out a video and people comment, "Good video," I'm like, it was? Just because I always, especially with lore videos, I get really nervous that I'm just spewing misinformation. And honestly, I probably did. I do my best. I go through and I verify as much as I can, but I'm sure that I just said something in there that was not realistic. But I don't know. This might be my favorite teaser to date. I'm obsessed with this teaser.
I am called from my mountain. We must stop this insanity.
Please, save me.
I am obsessed with the way it looks. Do we know anything else about Elder Maddox? Maddox? I guess not. There's people who know who Elder Maddox is, but I don't know. Oh, this could be interesting. Lithara went mad and drove Maddox's tribe out. So it could be something like, we must stop this insanity, and it's the madness that Lithara had? Maybe? Could be an interesting thought. Something to think about. It could be anything, though. That is probably the most correct answer. Based on... I mean, at this point, if we're thinking that it literally is a rework of every single mechanic we've had to date, then we're probably reaching, right? We're probably reaching. I'm so sorry, YouTube. I've been ignoring you because I forgot to pop out chat like a dummy. There we go. Now I have YouTube chat up. I'm sorry. There we go. All is well. It's gonna be another godlike entity introduced. I mean, do we? We do have gods in PoE too, right? So, yeah, probably. Are there more unique items? Please, Wiki, don't disappoint me today. Oh, there's like a whole lore page on this person. Okay. Veridi is worshipped as the goddess of the earth to the Asmiri. But this looks like a boy, right? So maybe it's not. Isn't this a little boy?
Please, save me.
Okay, it's definitely a boy. Right? So it can't be Veridi? But this was the reason why we were thinking it was Veridi. Sounded like a boy, that's what I thought. Thanks for taking up the mantle of Kitten Cat Noodle. She's actually working on the lore directly. I know! And it makes me sad because Kitten Cat Noodle in all of her recent videos is like, I'll mention that in my lore deep dive. I'll mention that in another video. And I'm like, I didn't know you would be taken like this. I didn't know. But this is why we thought it was Veridi. Veridi remained trapped within forevermore. Trapped within the orb. So... I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's something completely different. Who is this person? To be fair, people in Ray class get imprisoned a lot. So, it's entirely possible that this is just some other random prisoner. Maybe they're doing a Mirage. The League mechanic is that you get all the League mechanics but better. I guess. That's what a lot of people suppose. I don't think I'm in that camp, but I wouldn't be mad either if they redid a lot of them. But I just don't really see it. Like, if we look at the other trailer, It needs to be saved, so it can't be a godly creature who would imprison God. Really? maybe take another think about that. this is Path of Exile. Who would imprison a god? Everybody. So this thing, people think this is Expedition because it's blue. Is that why people think it's Expedition? Or is there another reason? How did we meet Sin again? Very cheeky. Aoif, maybe? What's Aoif? I'm probably just butchering that name. Duplicate tab. Expedition or Sentinel? It does seem very Sentinel to me because of the robot situation going on here, but there's something to do. Oh, like it looks like this, you're saying? The Tears of Magi? Magi? Less Veridi Weep. Interesting. Could be this. Wait, but I guess we shouldn't read too far into the way these items look because they probably just made them look however they thought was cool in the moment, but maybe it's connected to Oshabi? Wouldn't that be crazy? I really don't know. But these are two completely different vibes, I will say. People are right about that. Aoife? It's Druid's lore through the game connected to ritual and thought character in the new teaser was the King of the Mist, but maybe not. I can look it up. Sorry for the frequent flashbang. Oh. The wife of the Druid player character who was killed along with the rest of the kind by King in the Mist. Oh, that's right, because when you play Druid, you get this whole thing with King in the Mist where you have to, like, go through this very long cutscene, basically. Harvest coming to PoE 2? Confirmed? I know. Expedition connection seems weak to me. That's what I think as well. Hold on. Get some music in again. I think... Yeah. I even have a hard time imagining this as Sentinel. Because Sentinel was like... How did Sentinel work? It doesn't seem like Sentinel. Is this gonna take me to the right thing? Okay. Maybe? I'm trying to see if how you control the Sentinel control point. Ancient constructs have lain dormant, but now their designs are under your control. I guess it could be. It does seem like an ancient construct. Or is this living? Is this an ancient construct? It looks like it has a lot of interesting outlines, I guess. There's too many things going on. This one is like fucking easy mode. They hit us with the easy mode trailer first. And then they hit us with the hard, insane-o hard mode trailer. And then they gave us this, which just allows us to speculate farther than we could ever imagine. The vibes are very different. So, I guess, does this bird match up with the Peewee 2 birds? Still no Delve? I know, dude. None of these look like Delve at all. Not even close. Isn't this something to do with Ancients? Yeah, maybe. End of League? Isn't it middle of League? The vibes are end of League. The vibes are ending. Tower is gonna be Delve, but going up. That's funny. I mean, there are a lot of mountains. A lot of mountains. You know what else has mountains? Delve. Look at this. It's okay, wait, the main theme between all of these is the mountains, right? I don't think anything really connects between all of these three, if we're being honest, though. They're all so different. But if you were to ask me what this is redoing, I almost think this is, what this is a rework of. I almost think it's a rework of, the Wisps. Is Mary? Yeah. But I was saying that this one looks like a crater, like something crashed into the earth.
Knowledge is power. I'd risk it all to uncover these ancient truths.
Like, there must have been something that crashed in here. Yeah, I guess I see why people are thinking that's a rework of multiple things, because it does. They feel so disconnected. Okay, well, I'm gonna put this aside for now. We can look at it later, but I don't know, dude. It feels like a whole lot of random stuff. Content for the new League mechanic will have a different title. This is Return of the Agent stuff. That's what I was wondering, is I was trying to figure out if this Return of the Ancients is the story update, right? It's like the content update versus the League mechanic. Like last time we had Fate of the Ball versus Last of the Druids. I think they all have oxygen, so it's a medical league. There you go. That wand looks familiar. It's not a wand though, it's a tuning fork. This thing? Look at, he does the slap against his hand. Watch.
I'd risk it all to
Let me find a good angle.
uncover these ancient truths.
Okay, you see it's got two distinct things here. It's a tuning fork. It's one of these. It looks exactly like that. See? It's exactly the same. Maybe it's kind of hard to see on the screen actually, but I can't zoom into the video. I don't think. I've never tried. That's a better angle. You see it's got the two things. So it's not a weapon, which I think is probably why it's a tuning fork. The blue glow looks like the 36 out of 40 set, maybe? Looks like the greatest of goddess. What does it look like? Nah, it's just not. It's not so much like that. Just a little different. So, I don't know. He also bonks it like you do with a tuning fork. Yeah, he goes, ding.
tool to uncover these
So, yeah. Something like that could be a wand in PoE, but it doesn't look like it's a weapon. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be a weapon. I also want to read into the blue tattoos that he has on himself, but I couldn't really see anything that felt very definitive. Like the blue symbols he has tattooed or like on his arms feels like a lot of different runes we've seen in different places. That's why people thought it was Kalgurn at first. But I thought it looked kind of like a Harbinger tattoos almost. But it could also just be like Karui tattoos in a different color, you know? But I don't think we'd get Karui stuff this time around. But perhaps we're just getting a storyline around the Asmiri and like the first children and the last children. Because the first children is Sin and Innocence and someone else. And the last children is Solaris and Lunaris. Maybe we get to see... Well, okay, wait. We've killed Solaris and Lunaris by the time PoE 2 happens, right? Oh, this is interesting. Hold on. Brave. Give me the browser without ads, game. Hold on. I am prepping. Kalisa's Crescendo. Interesting. There is technically a tuning fork in the game. There you have it. Kalisa. Who's Kalisa? Can I look? Can I find out? Where is it? Kalisa. Do you think this could be it? I don't know. Oh, wait, interesting. Kalisa was a gemling diva? What? Wait, but okay, this can't be it. Kalisa's gem, Kalisa's voice. So Kalisa was very musical, but it seems unlikely. An opera singer and the prima donna of Sarn, who became a gemling when she had a virtue gem implanted in her throat. Gross. She gave her final performance in Sarn Arena before Malachi unveiled his gemling legionnaires. She was killed by her own composer, Adamantia. Kalisa's screams were so powerful they killed Adamantia as well, and both their souls became trapped inside a crossbow. What the fuck? Kalisa's throat gem was later set into a necklace known as the Star of Rayclast and given by Duresso to Lady Mervale. What the fuck, dude? Oh yeah, okay. Sorry, ignore my bad usability of Windows. Yeah, the Star of Rayclast, dude, we are literally on the same rabbit hole. I offer to you an eternal oath that binds your heart to mine, a bond that not even death will break. Do you accept? Duresso to his beloved. I gave myself to her music, mind and body. They're like, look, it's a mountain. Oh god. Perseverance? Some blows must be endured. The trick is to tell them apart. What? What is this? Oh my god, what is this red string theory going on here? The lineage support Khaleesi's crescendo. Khaleesi Moss was famous prima donna. The most important part of her story is the huge ruby that was implanted in her throat. And we don't have exact details about her fate, but there's an implication that Adamantia wrote a piece in such a way it would kill Khaleesi through the power of the gem during her performance. Okay. After her death, the gem was sealed into a necklace. Duresso found the necklace and gave it to Reveal. Reveal lost all sanity. She ran in the entire distance to the cliffs barefoot, blooding her feet on the hard cobbles of road. Then she climbed down the rocks, possessed, and stood on the sandy beach, clutching the necklace to her chest while she screamed at the top of her lungs. I'm losing my readability here. What does this actually give us? I'm stuck here. If we really stretch it, we can draw a connection. Duresso is a gladiator. Okay, probably not. Probably not. If we have to go that far, no way, dude. But not bad. I'm adding it to the pile. Not bad at all. Something to think about. Khaleesi was kind of like Diala. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, right? If it was Harbinger, there'd be some writing like the item text. Maybe. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. So, okay, this is an interesting angle. I kind of like this. This is so different, though. This is like very out of nowhere. Enemies affected by curses are pacified for the final 30 seconds. So it pacifies? What is a punter, by the way? It says, by the wide glistening eyes of my fellow punters. It's a punter. Horse racing? NFL punting? Top 100 punter rankings? From the NFL? What, is that a typo? What is that? Hi, I'm still pushing this league too. Yeah, I knew that we would want to be talking about random shit, so I'm pretending that we're playing the game, but instead we're just talking about not so random shit, I guess. Just, the upcoming teasers and stuff. Duresso would be a gladiator since he fought in the pits? No? I think Duresso would be a gladiator, right? Maybe? Maybe? We could also do this. Tuning fork. Tuning fork. Tuning fuck. Tuning fork. Let's see if it works. A punter is British slang. No. Tuning doesn't exist. It was worth trying. Probably the British word punter. Client in British English. Oh. By the wide glistening eyes of my fellow punters, I know that they felt it too. But this is from the point of view of a man, I guess. Of like a sexual partner. Her voice reached into my chest and plucked my beating heart from its cage. By the wide glistening eyes of my fellow punters, I knew that they felt it too. Alright, hold on, let me check this out. Oh. Yeah, okay. Hold on. I gotta make sure that the text on here doesn't have anything psycho on it. Okay. Refers to a person who gambles, especially in betting contexts or customer or client in various services. Maybe a person who gambles? I don't know. Someone who places bets or engages in transactions. Okay. That my American brain doesn't know what to do with this, but they were all clients. I see what you're saying. I was thinking of the other way around. Okay. I was getting confused. But that's what happens when Americans try and understand the Brits. So, okay. So, potentially a tuning fork. Police's something or other, maybe, going on here. And something mountain here. And something completely different here. I think we're in good shape to not know shit. Wait, hold up. What do you mean, hold up? None of this actually connects together. I'm sad. Zana was just introduced within her memories as a kid. Wait, what? What do you mean? Alright, let's continue playing as we ponder. No. I think the Zana stuff is not going to be teased in that way. I don't think so. Zana got trapped by one of the nightmares and now has to escape. That wasn't Zana though. That wasn't Zana that was trapped. It was a young boy. Which also means that it's... I mean, there's a million people who got trapped in Ready Class. Like, everyone gets imprisoned there. We've gotten sent away for like the most random shit in this game. Lower the game volume for you and lower it for me. I do not know, but that one definitely does scream League mechanic. And it does seem to be very Asmiri related. Which is a lot more than we could say about the one before it with the tuning fork. The tuning fork, everyone's like, I don't know, it's blue. The theme so far is ancient creatures are waking up. That's true. But would you consider the person trapped in a tree an ancient creature? Maybe they're the one who's going to save us? From the creatures waking up. But when it comes to League mechanics, they usually keep their focus pretty narrow, like lore-wise. They just focus on like one person, or like one like slice of the culture pie, basically. I don't know. Grim armor, give me something good, please, game. Specters, is this worth anything anymore? Maybe? No convoking ones, so probably not worth anything. I think I'm gonna keep going down from this spot and see what we end up finding. Fork is blue, Azurite torch, and the most ancient civilization in the game is All's Empire. The precursors were before all though, right? But I could see that. Would it be, well, I keep thinking we're time traveling, but we're probably not time traveling. We're just like making ancient figures come back. It may be about the Vol bunker, which Doriani was talking about. I don't remember the Vol bunker. Precursors were before primevals. That's what all the evidence seemed to point towards. We definitely could get an all thing. Or get what? If it's Delve 2.0 and it's dope, I'm quitting my shitty job, ending my IT education, and coming to a new era in my life. Oh god. Time travel? Oh, why not time travel? We could do time. I mean, there's no reason we can't do time travel. The only reason I'm reluctant is because we just got time travel with the Vol Temple. Like, that's kind of the Vol Temple's whole shtick. So I would be surprised if they want to do 2 big time travel things in a row. But I guess maybe they don't think about it like that. You know? It's like never wearing the same outfit 2 days in a row. That kind of a thing. You know, League mechanics are just like that. Vol Temple was like 5 leagues ago. What? What are you talking about? In PoE years? That's like 2 days. .1? What? What are you talking about 0.1? What? Vol Temple was like 2 days ago. In Fate of the Vol. I was expecting we'd get an Act 5, so I'm kind of surprised we haven't gotten a teaser for Act 5, I will say. Just because it seems like the numerology of having 0.5 contain Act 5, I just want to pretend that that's going to happen. The copium is very real for me. Vol Temple is the current league. I'm so tired I go to sleep, dude. It's okay. Last stream I couldn't even put words together and I kept getting heist and betrayal mixed up, so it is all okay. Completely new race and new piece of lore. I'm copium overdosed. I do think that there's something new with the tuning fork. I think that one is actually like net new. Because even if it is Sentinels were like fucking ants compared to that thing. You know? Because the instruction was so big. It feels net new. But also I'm so tired of having to keep track of all these different cultures and shit in the game. I'm not capable of doing it. It's not something I can do. I haven't even learned about the Calgurans yet, to be honest with you. Actually, speaking of, do we have anything at Kingsmarch? Oh, we do. Let's see. Give me something good. We have a lot of items. And we have 3 exalts. So, okay. It's kind of shitty. Okay, we have no space. It's fine. Let's get rid of this stuff. Goodbye items. Go to my inventory, please. Is this worth anything anymore? Awaken PoE trade. Save me. Save me. $50 chaos.
What have you got for me?
Okay, let's sell these tattoos. The Ancient make me think that we'll get Toda. Finally go make this my favorite co-op MOBA, but the vids remind me of Harbinger League and its mystery. I also got Harbinger vibes from it. I'm confused by what you mean about Toda, though. 0.5 brings 6 new acts, 4 new classes, and 7 new endgames. Not expecting too much. I think you're right on the money with that. I still hate PoE 2 crafting. My friend crafted Blink Spark gloves and was shocked that he can miss sometimes with orbs or reforges, and it would cost money and time. Old things feel so good. The joy of hitting 2 T1 stats after 100 reforges feels kinda good. It does, but I'm not mad that PoE 2 doesn't have that. I think PoE 2 crafting has always been in a tough spot, but it's so much better after Abyss. They really did improve it quite a bit. At the end of the day, all crafting is Gamebook crafting. That's just the nature of PoE crafting in general. I don't think they'll change that. So I think you're just stuck between a rock and a hard place on that one. Oh, I got 2 of these. What? 140, thanks game. 2 of these. Let's go grab the rest of our stuff. I like PoE crafting, PoE 2 crafting, just because I kind of understand what's happening there for now. It's so funny because I do not understand PoE 2 crafting at all. It feels like there's too many omens. I'm like, which of these am I supposed to be using? Oh. Well, we didn't get any good items. Okay, discard all this. Send out again. I don't know if it's worth it to send out the crops. Probably not. $35? 3.5 mil stuff? Go for it. For crafting items, you just need to put on this omen and then disable 3 more. After it used jaw, use 3 omen and 300% sure you get your item. It's not about joy with your luck. It's just about time you can farm for omens. Yeah, I mean, the omens, like, it's too many inputs for me. I get very lost. At least, like, PoE 1 crafting feels like... I think what it is... Okay, I think maybe I've nailed it down. PoE 1 crafting is a lot of different, like, elements of luck, you know? You have to hit what you need in, like, multiple steps, but it's not like you have to put in 5 different things into one step. It's 5 steps, you know what I mean? Like, PoE 1 crafting is like, you alteration, and then you regal, and then if you don't get the regal, you start again, right? Like, those kinds of things. PoE 2, it's like, you need this omen, this omen, this omen, this omen, this omen, and then you can craft. And so, maybe that's not how all items are, but that's often how it feels to me. I guess we sell these extra tattoos. Maybe we get something decent. No. No, we did not. We got garbage. So I give garbage back to Scroll. Alright, then we can sell our Spectre chest. Good night. Good night, Janet. Have a good night. Appreciate you hanging out. Omen is like prime harvest, but fucked. Never. No matter how much PoE I've played, I've never played enough harvest because I wasn't there for Harvest League. It sucks. Are any of these worth money? No. Okay. Sell items. Goodbye, items. What did I just reroll? I think this might be worth it actually. I got a couple maximum energy shield tattoos. I'll take those. Whatever, I'll just sell them for anything at this point. Okay. Now let's go back to the mines. Spend 200 and got creepy copy of 50 dip item? What do you mean? What you talking about? You can 5-to-1 tattoos? Oh, we are 5-to-1ing. But we didn't get anything this time. I have 5-to-1 for like a 45 chaos one. That was good. Harvest League was crazy. I wish everyone, whenever Harvest League comes up, someone is like, but the spreadsheets. I have shit in my eye. Maybe it's fine. Everyone is like, but the spreadsheets, you have to remember the spreadsheets. Oh. Is there anything in there? Seems fine. I probably just got mascara in my eye, but it hurts. It doesn't feel good. You guys ever had, I've had, when I was running during COVID, I had a fly in my eye once, and I had to pull it out of my eye socket. Nothing like that. I'll remember that forever, because it was horrifying. And so now, every time I get something in my eye, I'm like, you know what? I don't even care. I don't even care because it can't be nearly as bad as what I went through. Go check your eye? My eye's gonna be fine. I just checked it. I just checked it. I think I'm the only one who didn't like Harvest League. Harvest crafting was too powerful. I would have loved Harvest League, and I'm not afraid to say that. I could say that with pure certainty. I love overpowered leagues, but I don't like exploit leagues. Does that make sense? Like, Affliction was annoying because people farmed tier 8 maps for mega loot, and that felt like exploitative, you know? Same with the Vault Temple, it felt like an exploit. But I didn't mind leagues where it felt like everyone had a bunch of money and was like doing super powerful stuff. I had some kind of moth or something smack my eye and slide up under my eyelid, and I was riding my motorcycle. Oh my god, that's horrifying. Yeah. Yeah, fortunately, I don't run that fast, so I don't usually have bug problems. I'm not against powerful crafting, but Harvest was annoying to do back then. Yes. If I've learned anything about Harvest League from all of the veterans who told me about it, it's that Harvest was super annoying. Okay, but question for you. More or less annoying than Necropolis? Necropolis was annoying. But I think it may take the cake for the most annoying. What's going on here? Why is this thing not dying? And why does it do lightning strike? Adaptive resistances. Fuck my life, dude. Less annoying than Necropolis. More annoying in my opinion. Harvest was a billion times less annoying. Necropolis was horrible. My friends didn't like Necropolis. You set up once and forget. Since you have to set up the farm plots and everything, I don't know, man. I think you might be outvoted here. I think people just hate Necropolis more. Managing the crops and seeds and all that was truly painful. Necropolis wasn't bad. I sold a lot of coffins. Well, yeah, if you're selling them, not using them. But did you do like a big craft on Necropolis? Did you do one of the 50 or the like 100 coffin crafts or whatever they were? Ooh, I lived. No, I've never been a crafter. I try to craft, but I don't do as much crafting as I should, but I think that I'm starting to get into it more. But I want to get better at it. But the only way you get better at it is by doing it. It's not always fun to do. I mean, I don't always have the money to do it. Playing only for crafting. I know, the Soul of Self-Found characters are crying right now. But maybe it was like collective rewarding trauma that people are so excited about Harvest for. Because everyone's so excited to talk about it, and yet now you guys are saying it was super annoying. It's two very different positions. I'm a softcore player. Fair. I like playing the economy. I think it's fun. But I do think I would learn a lot more about the game if I did solo self-found. So I can't argue on that point. The reason I don't know as much about this game is because I only play softcore and I can just like do my one thing that I know how to do in the game and then not worry about anything else. Running the same map 500 times is kind of boring. Yeah, I guess it depends on the person. I think, like, you do that anyway in this game though, right? Like, to make money, you're running the same map 500 times anyway. It's just a different objective than making money. Right? Crafting 8-link elevated P-brand helmet is dope. I can't argue with you there. There are some crazy crafts that are pretty fun. I don't know, maybe this build just needs Progenesis. Isn't Progenesis very expensive this league? I don't think I can do it. Progenesis is Uber Maven? I don't think this build could do Uber Maven. I highly doubt it actually. It does not have what it takes. Which is Progenesis. Oh, it's cheap! What the fuck? End of league, everyone's selling their Progenesises? Okay. Maybe we should just get that. Haunted Tomb, Time Lost Cavern. Whatever, we'll go that way. It's kind of cheap, 35 to 40 div? Yeah, I guess. Craft a smoking cracked mace and reach peak. Oh. I will say, I think crafting axes and like two-handed physical weapons is one of my favorite things to do because it's just like bigger number better and you just keep going until the number can't get bigger anymore. You know what I mean? It's very satisfying. I like it a lot. T1 increased fizz on sword is 2k average. It is very, very hard to get T1 increased fizz. I mean, I usually settle for tier 2 or tier 3 just because it's too difficult to get tier 1. Especially because a lot of times you're using an essence for part of that, so you're not going to get tier 1 anyway. 25 weight. Damn. That is one thing that can be very, very difficult to craft. But it also has a lot of different ways to craft it. You can craft stuff like fizz weapons 100 ways and still get a good result. Hopefully we can do the Lost Cavern. That one looks scary. We might have to bail on it. Wait, where is Aura? Aura, come here. Our mortal enemy, Aura Greengate. Running into the darkness. Fucking rude. Why can't you just leave me be? Let me go. Okay. What's on here? Energy shield, movement speed, attack speed. 2 additional proj and poison on hit. Let's see how it goes. You know their names? What do you- well, I know Aura's name because she's annoying. She's a pain in the ass. Yeah, I know her name. I have their number. I do like the Pee-wee 2 Rogue Exiles a lot more, I will say. Even if some of their AI is a little funny. Oh god. Oh my god. Okay. This one might be too difficult. It's possible. That ain't easy. Watched your Pee-wee 2 lore video today? Great work. Thank you so much. That's so nice. We were just finishing talking about the lore for the potential, or the potential lore in the new teaser, which feels like each of the teasers could be 5 different things. But I guess we won't know for a little while yet. How many teasers do you guys think we're gonna get? Is there a consistency to them? I'll have to look at the dates. But I guess it feels like we should get more, right? Based off of how many we had. We had 8 days ago, 3 days ago, and 3 hours ago. That doesn't make sense. They're just dropping them willy-nilly. They don't even care. They're just dropping them at any point. I will say though, when did they have time to make so many cinematics? Why do they have that many cinematics for a league, right? It doesn't feel like they should have that many. It feels like they should have like 2. And then 1 for the actual reveal. I don't know what they've done that they were like, you know what, let's just keep cranking out these cinematics. Is the thing tomorrow? No. What thing? No. We have exactly 1 week until the reveal. Okay. Maybe our character is too weak. maybe we just need levels. Does your lore video tell the reason why orbs have faces on them? No. Why do orbs have faces on them? Would you like, if you'd like, we can ask my AI Slopbot. Hold on. Why do orbs have faces on them? I know I asked this before, but you still don't get items as a gift? No. Nah, I like to get all my items myself. Investigating orb faces and cross-referencing lore documents. Okay. Nothing is purely aesthetic. The unsettling faces staring back at you from your chaos orbs and exalted orbs are a direct reflection of the dark science that fuels the continent, thaumaturgy. Here is why your pockets are filled with tiny metallic screens. They are condensed, crystallized magic energy. Okay, that's not helpful. Magic is derived from virtue gems. They represent the sentience or human imprint required to manifest such power. What? Many of these orbs are relics of the Val civilization or the Eternal Empire, which were famous for using human sacrifice and soul manipulation to fuel their progress. You are effectively using the soul remnant within that orb to rewrite reality. Wait. Oh god. Cite your sources. The ultimate currency, Mirror of Kalandra, features the face of Kalandra herself. It does? Is that true? No way, dude. What? Is this making shit up? This is making shit up, right? How many humans were sacrificed per Chaos Orb? I know. The reason a merchant in Lion Eye's watch wants 20 orbs of alteration isn't because they're just pretty, it's because they are the raw batteries of a dead civilization. What? This seems wrong. I don't know. Okay, hold on. Orb spaces, lore, and meaning. Where is this? Is this in here? I don't know, dude. Currency orbs are artifacts of these dead civilizations. Okay. Confirmed through environmental dialogue in the Mirror of Kalandra itself that the highest tier of currency literally bears the likeness of Kalandra. Does it? I see a cat in the Mirror of Kalandra icon. Hold on. Why do they have faces? Does a Mirror of Kalandra have a face? Good question. I see what you're saying. I don't think there's any other face in there, is there? Is there a face in here? I don't think so. I think it's just spouting shit. The consensus is that the faces represent soul essence trapped within the orb. Okay, alright, well... It appears we cannot trust this thing at all. In the image you provided, which appears to be a Val orb, there is a face, but it's distorted and unsettling. Okay, hold on. Mark out the face for me. Hold on. Create image. Let's see what it does. It's so funny. I'll take all your ball orbs, please. I've refined the facial features, framing the screaming hollow-eyed mask with descriptive landmarks for understanding. No, I wanted you to edit my image with the face you see. Let's try that. That's so funny. I don't see a face on this thing at all, dude. I kind of see eyes, I guess. Like there's a little bright spot here and a little bright spot here. Could be eyes. Let's see what it does. I had a similar experience last week when crafting on a helical ring. After staring at it for so long, it actually turned into a dinosaur. Oh my god! I think we've solved it. What is this thing? Okay. There you go. Okay, it's a face. It's a mirror. Look. It's a mirror. Ta-da! Time to burn your AI bot? What the fuck is that? No, that's funny. Alright. Back to the game. I can see it now. Yeah, there you go. So, to answer your question, no, I don't know why the orbs have faces on them. I might be able to look into that. That's kind of a fun question, actually. But... what is it? What is TM? Oh, the music? It's Chiptune from Harris Heller. But last time I played this, I got a copyright, not a copyright strike, but I got demonetized, which I don't really care because people aren't, like, it's not like I'm getting money from the live VODs anyway, but supposedly it's supposed to be copyright free, but there must be something in here that's copyrighted. One of these is soul eating. It's not the one that's at the top of my screen. There we go. It's so visible now. That's funny. Yeah, I think Gemini just sucks. I think Gemini might be the worst. I had a friend recommend it to me. I was like, Claude gives you nothing for how much you pay for it. And they're like, yeah, don't use Claude. You should use Gemini. And I was like, okay, I'll use Gemini. This is a person who uses AI like every day, all day. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's good at all. Don't think that was a winning image. But hey, the entertainment factor is high. At least we have that. Have you guys seen Quinn on his stream has the text-to-speech AI? Like, he can have a conversation with an AI. Just like chatting, talking. And I was like, that's kind of cool. That would be kind of fun. And I don't know how to set that up, but I think it would be fun. But I still have to get text-to-speech set up, so there are many things to add to the stream yet. Ow. I hope I don't die here, but I feel like I might. It's not out of the question. Please. Okay, we did it. Nice. Oh, look! We picked up a vault orb. Not the vault orb that I wanted, but the vault orb we deserve. They need to give AI the ability to say, Jesus Christ, how the hell would I know that? I know. Is there a difference between Gemini and Google's AI Studio? Possibly. The text-to-speech is so obnoxious. Okay, let's do a quick poll. Do people like text-to-speech on stream or no? I think people would like it. I wonder how good the AI NPC Skyrim mod is now. I bet it's... I don't know. The intonation is still not quite there. Or you have to pay quite a bit of money for it. You ever get the Steve build completed? No, the Steve build has been reborn as a strength stacker. Because fuck Steve's build. That's why. I hate trauma stacking. Trauma doesn't feel good no matter how you slice it. No matter what setting it's in, it feels like shit. And I could not get it to work. Tangia for TTS has other fun features? Okay. No bueno on TTS? TTS is fun, but it has to be moderated. I like it unless it has a robotic voice. I see. It does have to be moderated, which would be... I don't know. It wouldn't be too bad to moderate. I could just put it on delay and like see when it's about to come in, probably. It would probably be fine. I also could make it pretty expensive, so you had to watch the stream for a while to do TTS, which would reduce the amount of people just like spewing shit into it. So, there are options. Oh, this human fisher we should probably go to. How do I get there? Maybe through here? Not here. Up here, maybe? Is there a way? There's a way, dude. My intuition, my delve intuition kicks in at the best moments. The human fisher fossil is actually worth money. It's not crazy money, but it's worth doing. Let's do it. Bring it. I have a lot of points to spend. Oh god. Oh god. Steve build sounds like a 10 mirror build. Yeah, and I did not have 10 mirrors, and so the build did not build. The build was like a Lincoln log cabin that just was made by a 2-year-old. That's what the build was. It did not feel good at all to play. So here we are back to my own comfortable build, the strength stacker. I'm surprised I haven't gotten more tired of this league, though. Normally I would be way too tired of this league by now to keep playing, but honestly, I'm kind of chilling. Kind of don't mind just farming some delve and then calling it a night. But maybe that's because the wait for PoE 2 is so long that I'm like, whatever. It does help knowing the next league will be a PoE 2 league, which is very different gameplay, and I like swapping between PoE 1 league and PoE 2 leagues just because the games do feel so different, but I feel like I get a little bit of variety, you know? But I did, before the stream, download Elden Ring, so I figured if we get tired of this, or if I get tilted, we just go to Elden Ring. That's the idea. Oh my god, how? Dynamite it. End it. We did it. Fractured fossil! Yay! I didn't realize Elden Ring was so big, by the way. 50 gigs. It took me a while to download it. Elden Ring will definitely untilt. That's what I was thinking. If I get frustrated, I just play a calm and relaxing game, like Elden Ring. Right? I got my first level 100 and burnt out on PoE because of the grind. Yo, congrats though. It's a great accomplishment. But also, I could totally see that. Especially because, I guess it depends on the character, but a lot of times you have to play a little bit safer. If you're doing level 100. It'll just tilt you in the other direction to bring you level again. That's one way to think about it. I do think if I play Elden Ring on the stream, I'll just be frustrated, inevitably and irreversibly. I think it will be very difficult. You should play the new Heroes Elden Era game on your day off PoE. Heroes Olden Era game? I'm looking it up, hold on. Heroes of Might and Magic? I don't know this game at all, dude. I have it open, I'll take a look later. Elden Ring is the first choice if you want to chill. I mean, I need something to take my anger out on, you know what I mean? Get tilted in PoE, then play Elden Ring until you get tilted and then back to PoE, rinse and repeat. Is this a cycle that anyone has tested? Is it good? I think it could work. Why not? Elden Ring tilts in a different way than PoE does? Yeah. I mean, Elden Ring probably short-term tilts you. PoE you get like... You get tilted on PoE, it's like you gotta fix your build, you gotta do a lot of random shit to like really think about how your build is failing, and I'm assuming Elden Ring is just like I can't dodge the slam every single time and I'm getting the sequencing off every time. Right? The new game where trees hate you is very relaxing. Something about that tells me that it's not relaxing. What? I just got fucking machine gunned, dude. What? Monsters fire 2 additional proj, extra damage is lightning, and chaos resistance, and extra life. Okay. Let's try that again. See how it goes. Elden Ring just makes me angry. Oh no. Oh no. It's not that I get angry at those kind of games, I just am not very good at them. Have you guys ever played Lies of P? I tried the demo for Lies of P and I was like, oh, this is not... It is like a Dark Souls game and I was like, this is... I don't have it. Whatever, like, gene you need to be able to play those kinds of games, I don't think I have it. I do my best, and I want to like play good games, and I know that they're good games, but at the same time, that shit is hard. Elden Ring tilts you because you know why you died, PoE tilts you because you don't know why. Dude. True. Actually true. Oh my god, dude. Oh, I have vulnerability, I'm so scared. Just fat fingering everything on my keyboard. Open the social menu, open the passive tree. Please, let me out of this hell. I think I did it though. Did we do it? Did we survive? Okay, we lived it. Let's go. Nice. J. Aura Green Gay is dead once again. I would like to go back and play Dark Souls 3 and remember how amazing the bosses are. Which is Dark Souls 2 the one that everyone hates? I thought that Dark Souls 2 or 3 everyone hated, right? Isn't there one that's like pretty bad? I think it was 2, right? 2? Yeah. I remember I tried, was it 2 or 3? Let me see. I tried Dark Souls 3, and I remember I was like 2 to 4 hours into the first boss. Like it took me like several hours to defeat the very first boss. And I went to my friend who loves Dark Souls, and I was like, I'm just having such a difficult time with this boss. Like I really cannot get him down. And he goes, what? Wait, which boss? I was like, yeah, the first boss. He's like, that took me 10 minutes. I was like, fuck. Fuck, I suck at this game, dude. What the hell? And that was the day that I realized, maybe I'm not cut out for this life, huh? Maybe I'm not meant to born blood, like in the Bloodborne games, you know? Maybe my soul is not dark enough for Dark Souls. That's what I'm thinking. But it was also one of my first Dark Souls experiences, so it is fair that I was not good at it, but yikes. That did not feel good to say. I forgot the fossil. Give it to me. Thanks, game. Come on, give it to me. Dark Souls 2 isn't as bad as people say. It's just how little stamina you have. And the fucking roll stat? I don't know, dude. You seem lighter today than the other day. It's nice to see. That's because I didn't have to work till 8 p.m. today, you know? I don't know. It's probably because I went on a run today, if I'm being honest with you. Just because that usually puts me in a better mood. Gives me a little time to meditate and not think about all the shit I have to do in the day. Souls games teaches you that light shines brightest in the depths of darkness. I played for hours in the first part of Demon Souls, which is where I started to learn how to play those games. Now I don't have the time, my arthritis can't handle all the time playing, it's sad. Dude, that sucks, I'm sorry. Welcome in, whatever, hello. How's it going? How's your, what day is it? Thursday? Last time I was late to stream because I was making a cake for someone's birthday, and I did make the cake. It didn't turn out as good as I wanted, but it turned out okay. The cake requires a lot of puff pastry, and I actually ended up making the cake after stream, and if it wasn't the ugliest cake alive, I would show it to you, but it turned out very ugly. It tastes good, but the texture I think is not quite right. Because I didn't... Basically, the way this cake that I made works is it's puff pastry, custard, puff pastry, custard, puff pastry, custard for like 10 layers. But I didn't have enough custard, and the puff pastry was a bit too chewy. Like, it didn't like crumble properly. Dude, okay, this character sucks. How much strength do I need for my character to be good? Is it a lot? Feels like a lot. Let's go. I'm free from the creating value for the shareholders until Sunday afternoon. Yo, let's go. I got my Valheim house on server. I want to play more Valheim. I just need to figure out when. I just need to find the time. I wish I wasn't so busy. I started going to physical therapy because my leg was bothering me when I was running. And the physical therapist goes to me, he's like, okay, well, this is just like a muscle imbalance. Like, I have these stretches, I have these workouts planned for you. You'll do them every day. I'm like, that's annoying, but whatever, I can handle it. And then he goes, and I recommend you come in twice a week for the next month. And I was like, what? He's like, why? What's wrong? I'm like, I don't have time for that, dude. I don't have time to come in here like twice a week? Like 2 hours out of my week? I don't know. I scheduled the appointments. We'll have to figure it out, but yikes. I don't even know what we're gonna do. You need to make time. Listen, I am making time, but I went on a run and my leg didn't even hurt today, so I don't even know what I was whining about. How much money do we have? 13 div. I want to buy a Progenesis. How can I make this happen, huh? Let's sell all of our fossils. Hopefully they're worth something. The doctor is great, he scared the pain out of you. Yeah, dude. I was like, every day? No thanks. No one wants this shit. I mean, they were very nice, but it's also... You guys ever walked into a place and they're all like talking and joking? Like they know each other so intimately and you are just there watching from the outside like, am I supposed to enter the conversation? Because this feels a little private. Like I shouldn't be talking here, but I feel like I'm just awkwardly sitting here as you guys are having a fun time. And I'm like, I do not know what to do in this situation. And it's even more awkward because it's physical therapy, and so I'm not like standing there like available for the conversation. I'm like laying there as this guy's like stretching my leg and being like, does it hurt? I'm like, no, I guess not. And so it's not like easy to enter a conversation in which like you're horizontal and they're vertical. Does that make sense? It's just so awkward. I don't know. I found a replica dream feather. Is it worth making a build with it? I don't know. I don't know. Someone in chat will have to answer. I haven't used one before. I have not tried. Hold on, I gotta figure out the math. 164? Is that right? No. Oh my god, I can't. 162? 162. That would require me to actually want to talk to them in the first place? Yeah, you know when you don't really want to talk but you feel obligated? Because otherwise you look socially awkward? It was that. It was like, if it was possible for me to just not say anything, then I would. But I can't. Anyway, I'm going back there tomorrow. But I'm working with the girl physical therapist this time, which I think will be a little bit less awkward. That'll be good. I have to do less than this. I have to do 76 maybe? 72? Sure. 160, no, 200 for the hollow fossil. It's going way down. I'm socially awkward. I own it. Enjoy the silence. You know what? I can't follow you for that. Crotch eye level conversations sound fun. Yeah, I've never been, so I didn't know what to expect, and it was so much more awkward than I thought it was going to be. I'm like, you know what? I wish I had shoulder pain instead. I wish it was shoulder pain. I bet that would be less awkward. But whatever, that's their job. It is what it is. And if it makes me feel better, then it was all worth it, right? It's kind of crazy because I don't think I've ever had like issues with a lot of pain or anything in my body. I've actually never even broken a bone before. And I think it's because I'm so anxious to do anything that could remotely hurt me that I'm like, it's pretty difficult for me to get hurt because I'm just too scared to enter any situation where pain could happen. I think is what it is. We go back to the mines. We have 16 dude. We need more money. I guess we go back. Can't be insulting fate like that. Oh my God. You're destined to fall off your bike now and break several bones. I would never get on a bike. I'm too scared. I'm kidding. Which way do I want to go? Not this way. This thing is too scary. Our character can't handle it. How do I could go over this way, I guess. I try to make my dentist understand this. I don't want to have a conversation with fingers in my mouth. There's nothing worse than when the dentist then says something wrong and you can't correct them. You know? It's like they misunderstood you and they're just like going on a full tangent. You're like, why are we? I don't know. I think they're entertaining themselves more than you. Like, at that point, the dentist isn't really looking for anything from you. They're just pretending that this is normal. I don't know. When does the music change? When the song ends? Wait, you don't like this music? Is that why? I kind of figured that this music probably isn't as popular, but I like it, so too bad. It is what it is. So you wanted us to take out all of your teeth, and you can't say no. Oh God. Have you guys ever seen those prank videos? Or like it's a skit where they pretend to like cut off a bunch of extra hair that a girl didn't want cut off. Like those videos drive me insane. I'm like, that's not even a joke. That's just like, isn't that like harassment? Like you're crossing a line there. It's like, it's one of those things where you realize like some people think this is a prank. Some people think that these pranks are okay. And like, I'm a little anti-prank. I do have to say. I think that most pranks are actually just bullying, but people don't want to confess that they're bullies. I just think there's not a lot of in good fun pranks. That's all. Are you on Pewee Ninja? Yeah, you can do exclamation point build. I hate pranks. They're bullying 100%. There's another chat window involved somewhere that isn't there. There's YouTube. There's the YouTube chat. But the YouTube chat is a little bit slower. And by a little bit, I mean quite a lot. So most of the time, I'm talking to... Actually, I haven't even been able to see if the YouTube messages come up in the, like, overlay chat. I don't think they are. I need to fix that. So... I didn't see anything about music, so I was very confused. Yeah. Yeah, sorry. A little aside without context, but... And no, they do not? What do not? I got lost. It was like girls gone crazy arguing with herself. Oh my god, could you imagine? There are probably streamers who just like... I mean, it is kind of difficult because when you're a small streamer, you have to argue with yourself because that's the only way to continue talking when nothing is happening. Like, there's a bell curve, right? Where like, when you start off streaming, you have no viewers, so you have to talk to yourself. And then when you start to get viewers, like in this channel, I get to talk to all of you, and that's awesome. But then when you get too many viewers, the chat is too busy, so you just talk to yourself again. But probably not as likely to have full-on arguments and debates, I will say. They do not show up in the chat overlay? Okay, thanks. Yeah, I gotta fix that. But that was recent. Twitch only just allowed multi-chat overlay. Because before, you could get banned or suspended or whatever. You could get punished on Twitch if there were YouTube chats in your stream. Like if you showed the chat on the side with the YouTube chat in there, then like Twitch could take action against you. But they just recently said they're not going to enforce that and they're going to remove that policy, which is very good. It was a very stupid policy. I think the reason is that they didn't want to like degrade like the culture that Twitch has, or they thought it gave them some kind of exclusivity, and obviously it does not. What might give them exclusivity is better ads, the ads that don't like interfere with shit, and a better video player. It's not absolute ads. There's maybe just like a better quality product could help, but nope. They just have to push their rules onto us, imagine. It's okay to talk to yourself and ask yourself questions. It's a problem when you go, huh? You know what? Fair enough. It's, you do... Even... Yeah, it's like, people will say, like, it's a problem when you talk back to yourself, but that's not even true most of the time. Especially if you're just, like, thinking through a problem. You know, it's natural to have that kind of, like, back and forth with yourself and considering different options. I rubber duck off myself. What? I rubber duck off myself? Bro, what did I just read? I rubber duck off of myself a ton and end up saying huh a lot. I guess it depends on the intensity of self-debates. Yo, welcome in Potato. How are you? If you talk to yourself and don't understand yourself, it can be problematic. Yeah, fair enough. Phrasing. Yeah. Calm down. Dragon, come back. I'm good, how are you? I'm good, I'm just busy. I can't wait for this week to be done, dude. Tomorrow after work, I might just have myself a drink and relax, because holy shit. Holy shit, I have not had a moment of peace. Last stream, I got up from my computer, and then when I came back to my computer in the morning, basically all I had done was clicked end stream and turned off the camera, and then that was it. I still had the person I rated open, I still had OBS open, I had like the game open, like I just, like everything was still exactly set up, and I was like, I have never been this tired before, that's crazy. The weekend is about to start. I know. I'm so excited. And then it'll be week of the release. What is your drink of choice? It depends. So it's summer now, right? Well, okay. It's not summer. I'm sorry, I lied. It's getting close and like it's getting warmer out. And so it's becoming beer season because like a light beer in the warm weather is basically unmatched. But otherwise, I love a red wine, and if I'm really having a bad night, I go for an old-fashioned. And so it depends on the mood. Pina colada is good too. You know what? It's not that I don't like pina colada, but I feel like the people who like pina colada are die-hard pina colada fans. Who is it? The guy from Great British Bake Off, Paul Hollywood. Paul Hollywood is a die-hard pina colada fan. I could take it or leave it. I actually, you know what? I would rather have a strong or like a bitter drink than a sweet and fruity drink. I would rather have a Manhattan, which is kind of nuts. Give yourself a nice bowl of pho soup after work tomorrow. I would if there was any place near me that had good pho. There's no, we don't have good, it's kind of crazy because I live in a place where there are a lot of Vietnamese people, but we don't have a lot of good Vietnamese restaurants, oddly enough. So, it is a tragedy to be sure. But you know what? There's a burger place near me that I will go to if I need like good comfort food, because they do the double batter fries. Have you guys ever had the battered fries where they like, not double battered, but they like fry the fries and then they batter them and then they fry them again, and it makes them extra crispy on the outside with like a layer of crunch. It's so good. I don't know if are there any like big restaurants that do battered fries? I don't know. That is actually tragic. I know. You gotta make friends with them and then they'll let you into their inner circle. Yeah, you know what? I'm still working on making friends with the person who owns the Indian restaurant in my city. There's like a really good Indian restaurant, and the guy there, he knows me, but we're not really like, we wouldn't like shoot the shit, you know what I mean? But he knows like what I order when I go there and stuff, and I'm like, this is the kind of friendship that I need to help build, because this could be beneficial for me, you know? I don't want to lose out on my fossil. Hold on. Hold. Alright, give me the tink. We tanked? Let's go. Just go knock on a Vietnamese household and be like, yo, can you make me some pho? The Vietnamese people I knew moved away. As a Viet, I'd say it's more efficient for them to make pho at home than go out for pho. Yeah. I mean, can't argue with that. That reminds me, there is a neighbor I forgot to warn about the raccoons. For any of you who weren't following, I had raccoons living in my chimney. And there are... When they went to take care of their raccoons, they were like, yo, these raccoons, we're gonna... Like, we put in like pepper spray to convince them to leave, but they're probably gonna go to one of those houses or those houses or those houses, and they're like pointing out all these different houses right near me that have like insecure chimneys. And so there was a neighbor that I needed to go warn about the raccoons, but I think it's fine. I think the raccoons moved into the sewer. But it was a mom raccoon and like 2 or 3 babies, I think. And they were in my chimney for a couple weeks or so. Yeah, they're very noisy. They do a lot of chattering. I was like trying to watch TV and they were just like, you know, doing their thing. But I actually found out later, like, some of the noisiness was actually because the mom was trying to move them out and the baby was like, no, I don't want to go. And the mom was like, you're coming with me, kid. And then she moved them out of the chimney. But yeah, there's some neighbors that I need to warn about possible impending raccoon in chimney situation. Apparently it must be pretty common around here. That's how Ninja Turtles started? Oh my god. You should name them Rocket and Juniors. I know. I'm just so glad that they ended up not being able to like grab them and take them out, because this is really sad, but if they have to like forcefully take the raccoons out by hand by like grabbing them, then by law they have to put them down because they could give you rabies. So fortunately they were just able to be like, please leave, and the raccoons were like, bye, and then now they live happily somewhere else. I guess I'll go to the ruins here. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is emotionally devastating. There's another one? Is it new? Oh, thank you! Hold on, I want to get your name right. Delenian? Thank you so much for the sub. Enjoy your emotes and your like of ads. I appreciate the prime. Thanks for the support. Guardians of the Galaxy. How many are there? 3? 2023? Oh, that's old. Oh, okay. That's not recent. Hey. Do you like these neighbors? Yeah, I do. They convinced the city to put in a roundabout near me. Because people just kept running into their yard. Basically. There's like a curve near where I live where people who are on their phone while driving, which, spoiler alert, is basically everybody, won't pay attention and turn their car when the road curves. And so they were just like running into this person's front yard and they were like, yo, can we do something about this? So they put in a roundabout. So they came up to the house and were like, will you please sign my petition to put a roundabout here? I'm like, sure. Sure. It's a lot easier to back out of my driveway when there's a roundabout there instead of idiot drivers who are going 50 in a 35. Wow. Oh my god. What the fuck was killing me, bro? I was looking at the money. I was too distracted. Damn it. Okay. It's the damn raccoon torture? What? Raccoon torture? What the hell? But you know what? I think I have neighbors that I owe sourdough to. I really need to do that at some point. I'm trying to revive my sourdough starter. I mean, not trying, I am, but I need to make bread. You know? This very unsurprising thing happens to me where I go, man, I would really like some bread right now. I should set up my sourdough starter. And then I set it up and then I'm like, I don't feel like baking bread right now. That's a lot of work. And then the next day rolls around and I'm like, man, I really wish I had bread right now. I should set myself up for that. And then inevitably I'm like, that's too much work. I don't want to do that. So I still haven't figured out how to work this into my routine, but I do desire fresh bread regularly, you know? There is that service now that they just send you frozen bread and you just bake it. Honestly, it doesn't sound too bad. It sounds pretty good. It's like a subscription box, but for bread. Like HelloFresh, but for bread. Uh-oh. Life Regen Soul Eater is not good for us. I don't know if I can kill it. I don't think I can. Is it losing health? No. No, it's definitely gaining health. I need to kill it to end the node, but it's not working. They lose it after 30 seconds? What do you mean? What do you mean? They ain't losing anything. Life Regen Soul Eater is always fun. I know, dude. It's pure pain. Okay, we got some more chaos at least. We can deposit this, and then we can run some maps for some sulfite. Yep. Fine now. Map? Yes. And, as a reminder, what we are looking for here, we need to do some scarabs, we need to do astrolabes. Right now I'm finishing up the lightless astrolabe, we're at 27 out of 30. And then, Sandswept Survivor is just completing mirages. We have to do Eldritch Altars. Bolts. And I need to do some more Maven invitations as well. I think I'm missing cartography scarabs. And what else did I have on the list? Cell Plate Breach. Wait, we already have cartography scarabs, so we don't need that one. Breach and Delve, I guess, are the next two. I'll just throw a random one in, I don't really care. Activate. I kind of love race course. It's such a straightforward map. You'd think it'd be annoying because it's called race course, but it's so parallel, you know? It's a nice layout. Ow, dude, the fucking titty sprinklers. Dude, fuck that shit. Can we not do this with the spawn machine gun shit? Oh, original air map? Take it. Where's Varashta? Thought I saw Mirage. Here she is. Oh, golden volatile? Yes, please. I will take that. I was just semi-AFK. Say that again? The titty sprinklers? Maybe we can... Failed the shaped region objective. What did I do? Did I start an abyss and not finish it? Oh. The Eldritch minions that are the ladies that go like this. Up, 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 up. You know? They're like... They have the tentacle hands. Those are the titty sprinkler ladies. But maybe that's just a fucked up term. Who knows? Should probably do the first scene in here. Oh, nice. All my gems are leveling up. This is so good. These ones. Oh, I killed them. Sorry, never mind. I've always heard them referred to as titty sprinklers. Okay, great. Sometimes with words like that, I don't know if they came from my fucked up friend group or if they came from Reddit and we just adopted the term. You know what I mean? It's a 50-50. Yes, pick up all the golden volatiles. We just kill these guys and then we're good. Titty spitters? Titty sprinklers is definitely the fucked up version. Okay, got it. Well, maybe I could start a trend. What an interesting trend to start, and I could be the one to do it. Yep. But why are they titty spitters? Why is that? And why do orbs have faces? These are questions that Path of Exile will never answer for us. These ones. These ladies right here. They're like little sprinklers. They're doing the sprinkle thing. But with damage, you know? My group calls them titty bitches. Okay. You know what? I think that's also fair. I've always known them as the titty ladies. Why? I love that we've all at least agreed on part of the term. Like, everybody gets their own twist on the titty ladies. Call them whatever you like, but it starts with titty. It's fucking hilarious. Good job, everybody. And I guess I just click these. And we get out of here. And then we do it all over again. I'm so excited for the PoE 2 reveal. I just can't stop thinking about, like, I just want to know what they've been spending so much time on. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much time before the launch, and there's so much time until the launch, even. It just makes me so curious. I really want to know. And yeah, I don't think it's enough time to rework all the mechanics. I really would be surprised if they were able to do that. Like, I don't think they could rework the simulacrum and the wisps and I don't see it. I don't think that's it. I really don't. Okay, we fall the abyss, not fail this time, hopefully. The 0.5 launch will be almost as hype as the 0.1 launch? I think so. If they're willing to do 3 weeks between reveal and playability, it means that they know that the update is good enough that they don't have to worry about hype dying down. You know what I mean? Like, 3 weeks is a lot of time for people to forget about what is even coming in your update. But the fact that they're doing that probably means that they're so confident in the update that they feel like they can take the extra time. Atziri affected us all. We have to be traumatized a little. Oh my god. Betty? Probably make a toucan playable character and immediately ban whoever makes one. Oh my god. Imagine banning yourself over a toucan. Did you guys see the toucan April Fool's joke on the PoE Discord? I think they left it up there for a couple days, actually. Wisps need a huge rework. I mean... But they also just made them, you know? They did just make them. I don't think they need a huge rework. I think that they're not that fun to do, but I also think that they're fine. I don't know. I would rather them add more content to the game than change what's already in the game, you know? So maybe I'm like coping a little bit with hoping that they're not doing rework, but I just feel like the game needs more, not that it needs better. They told us that wisps were a half-ass implementation. Maybe they're expanding on them then? Whatever it is, the people who wanted Legion, probably not getting Legion. I'm sorry. It doesn't seem very Legion-y to me. You just need to... They just need to make the wisps follow you instead of you follow them. Yeah, but then you can't really opt out of it. I guess you could if you run fast enough. I could see that. That wouldn't be so bad. How did I fucking wasn't paying attention again. I missed it. God damn it. I'm so bad at doing abysses is what I'm learning. Oh, fortunate. How fortunate. It has to be said. I'm sorry. Legion is Chupo, player friendly. Oh my god. Do you think they're gonna implement the changes where you can have less monsters in your map with higher effectiveness? You think that's coming? Dude did not? What? What did not? They probably will have that in, though, I'm thinking, is that you can reduce the amount of monsters in your map, like, but still empower them, versus having a lot of monsters that are less powerful. Did not need to be said. Hey, I'm here to entertain. Where are we at? 29 out of 30 on the astrolabes. We're almost done with this. I'm so excited. Oops. I hate when you try and walk past a portal and instead you walk through it. It happens all the time in this game, dude. What the fuck? Okay. Let's see what this is worth in chaos. 60 chaos, not bad. I'm learning I need to include what I'm referencing in my thoughts. I'll get there. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just not good at following. I have too many thoughts going on. And I really struggle to follow the trail that I'm on versus the trail that you're on versus what I said 5 minutes ago. I don't remember, so yeah, we'll figure it out. It'll come together at some point. You're welcome in, Aries. How are you? You having a good Friday Eve, as it were? I think they're trying to implement in the endgame some sort of scarab type mechanic. Yeah. Yeah, that would be interesting, as if they have some kind of, maybe it'll be like either a currency you apply. Well, no, because that'll be too fiddly. So I think you're right. Because they're not gonna, they said they're not gonna have anything that you put on individual maps anymore because it got too tedious. So it'll definitely be some kind of like scarab device thing, probably, where you get to choose, like, do you want a lot of really tough monsters or do you want more weak monsters? Yeah. That could work. That would be good. It'd be really useful. Dude, fuck the pylons. Why do we have rares that spit out random pylons? Fountain of Wealth. Yes, please. Yes, please, game. I will take that. So ready for the weekend? You doing anything fun this weekend? I am not doing anything fun. But if I could convince my friends to watch more of my favorite K-drama, then I will try to do that. I'm having somehow I have started a K-drama watch party series where we're watching When Life Gives You Tangerines, and it's a great K-drama, but I'm just like, I somehow like roped people into watching the whole series with me, and so that's fun. Maybe I'll do that this weekend, we'll see. Otherwise, I would love a do nothing weekend. I could totally go for a couch potato gremlin weekend. K-drama? Yeah, Korean TV, dude. They always have such good food in those K-dramas. It makes me so hungry. They're just out there showing off like the random like 6 dishes that they've made for one meal. I'm like, this is messed up. Why don't we make food like that? Like when we make food where like you get one side and it's actually just broccoli. Actually, we only make one side to go with our chicken, and it is one vegetable, a singular vegetable. Meanwhile, the Koreans are like, we have 6 side dishes with every meal. Like, they're like, we experience a diverse array of flavor. I'm like, that's my dream. How'd you know? Nothing crazy, just ready for a break from work. It's been so busy this week. I've had probably the busiest week at work I've ever had. I worked very late last night. And I don't usually do that. I'm usually very strict about not working too many hours, but yeah. Trying to keep my job for a little bit longer at least. So we'll see. New vid win? I was waiting for the next teaser and we just got it, so soon. Soon. Probably, because I need to make my bingo card. But I knew that the next teaser we got would probably be pretty telling, so soon. Because there's a lot to unpack there. A lot, and yet not much at all. Because it seems like this teaser has so much in it, and yet none of it really makes sense. Just a lot of theories. I can't wait for the reveal. I know. Me either. I'll see new vid win. You went in both chats? That's crazy. I'm sorry for ignoring you in the YouTube chat. Mirror incoming, not even close. You wish. I wish. I still have not dropped a mirror in this game. Expedition mentioned, and now Delhi mentioned. What do you mean mentioned? What do people mean when they say mentioned? It's not mentioned. People are just like, the colors match. People be like, both are gray and both are blue. That's not a mention. They're present in the teasers. I don't see it though. Am I blind? Am I looking at the same teaser? I can understand the delirium one because it does feel like they're trapped behind like a mirror, I guess. But I do not see the expedition one. I can't stand teaser season. I love it. It's like little Easter eggs. They're little puzzles that you get to figure out. And you know what? It doesn't matter if you're right or you're wrong. Like, at the end of the day, like, we're not even gonna think about this time when we were like, oh, I wonder what those teasers mean. Because once the real reveal comes out, we'll just be like, okay, I'm so excited for what's next, you know? It's not gonna be about who's right or wrong. It's just, like, exciting to speculate. Swifties appreciate Easter eggs. Some of us like Easter eggs, huh? Streamers spend 2 damn weeks analyzing every frame in the pixel of everything. Listen, some of these people gotta make a living somehow, huh? Huh? I think Gazzy said this in a recent video that, like, when we had that, like, year of Settlers and PoE 1, a lot of content creators had to go back to work. They couldn't continue making a living because there were no PoE launches. And so they were not seeing as many viewers, they were really missing out on like subs and follows and stuff like that. So It does, like, people do, unfortunately, because this is delayed, we're gonna see way more of that, just because a lot of people are like, I gotta get my bag, you know? That's just how it is. Can't fault them for that. I will say some of them take the speculation much farther than I would, but I also can't fault them for it. Do it like the rest of us, use AI to farm engagement on LinkedIn and Twitter. Oh my god. Wake me when swords and blight are added. Swords? I would be surprised. Okay, swords are gonna be on my bingo card for sure. For sure, they're gonna be on my bingo card. One trick pony streamers should never go full time. Interesting take. Really? I don't agree with you. Because there's a lot of streamers who stream because they're really good at one game. You know? Like, there are streamers who there's a bunch of streamers who are really good at League of Legends and just like stream League of Legends and people watch them because they're insanely good. Not necessarily because they're entertaining in any way. Did I do the map? I think I did the map. I will not be baited to play new class at League Start this time. I will. I will. Nothing can stop me. Oh my god, we can be done with the stupid Abyss Astrolabe. Are you kidding me? Get it out of here. No one likes it. Do one more quick map, and then we can memory vault, because I do need to get the vaulted memory vaults stuff. Kelly's tree teaser clearly means that the Marauder is coming. You might be onto something there. We just talked earlier, so the guy in the second teaser has a tuning fork. You know who else had a tuning fork? Kalisa. You know who Kalisa played for? Diala. You know what Diala did? Killed Kalisa. You know what Kalisa had in her throat? A virtue gem. You know what happened to that virtue gem? It was put in a necklace. You know who was given that necklace? Merville. By who? Duresso. And Duresso is what? A gladiator, which means that we're getting gladiators in the game. There you go. I can't believe that actually was the actual line of thinking. I'm surprised I was able to accurately describe that. That was wild, dude. Limo stretch. Dude, this is the train we were on earlier. There was a Reddit post. We need more alcohol to follow this. Yeah. So, something Duresso Gladiator confirmed. In my world, if I had stayed a SciEM engineer, I would be unemployed now, but I went SOAR, then AI guru. I had to diversify my skills. So little that made sense to me, but I'm glad that you found something that's working for you. Overwatch creators that didn't make it into the Marvel Rivals circles, for example. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with, we were talking, someone mentioned earlier, that streamers who just play, like, one game. You have to be able to have something to pivot into. You know what I mean? It's not like you can, like, sometimes you get rug pulled with a game, but most of the time, you can kind of start to see the signs of when things are going downhill. So you have to be able to watch for those and move on to a different game. You know? Like, I think that people who are really good at one thing, going full-time is fine, but you do have to keep an eye on that stuff. You can't just, like, assume that that one thing will be there forever, because obviously it won't be. People get tired of things so quickly in society. We have the attention span of, like, a 2-year-old in the body of a 25-year-old, like, I don't know what you want from us. Oh, finish the map. Nice. Did I do any abysses to finish the thing? I don't know. We'll see in a sec. Nameless Seer? You can get a wish for the Nameless Seer? I've never seen that. Okay. I thought you were InfoSec related? No, dude. I cause problems for InfoSec. My job is to do the anti-sec. I actively create problems for them. I have a feeling this will be the last season before it's out for real at the end of the year, just my guess. It does feel like they've kind of reached the end of the rope with the early access thing. It seems like they're really wanting to get it out, which makes a lot of sense. Oh boy. Where am I going? Defenses, yes please. What is this? In my 12 years as a video editor and channel manager, the majority fizzle out slowly. Some just flat out burn out, or the game leaves dev cycle and strands them. Some exceptions apply for bigger titles like CS League and so on, but even those have to manage themselves very well not to burn out. Oh, interesting. Like, so you're saying that most people don't actually, like, fail, they just burn out? I mean, that makes a lot of sense. Nameless Seer, nice. Give me a Mage Blood? This sucks, dude. What are these? These aren't worth anything. God damn it. I'm sad. Nameless Seer. Never has anything valuable for me. Is it worth it to scry this map? What's on Coves? I'm not even doing the right map. Fuck. I should be doing Summit for the last blob point, but whatever. No, these all suck, right? Song of the Sirens, level 21 Golem Gem, and Primordial Jewel. No, those are bad. He's as useless in there as he is outside. Oh, god damn it. That's how I scried the cards this league, ran white maps over and over until I got Seer. Hey, that's how you're supposed to do it. That's how most people do it. I just didn't do it that way because it's kind of annoying. I don't really want to run the same map over and over again. I don't like it. It's boring. What kind of job do you have? I feel you on the too many hours. Haven't done less than 60 all year. I'm a software developer, which means my job should be less than 40 hours a week. You know what I mean? Like, I should not be working hard at all. And you know what? They said AI would make work easier for me, but ever since AI came into the picture, I have more work. What the fuck is that about? What the hell? Okay, wait, one more map to finish up this astrolabe, and then we'll get out of here. What's up, guys? Yo, what's up, Jamie? How are you? Most one-tricks don't necessarily fail, they just get tired and swap to different games, and their audience simply shifts away to other people because they attract a community that plays specific games. You can't go from CS to Age of Empires. Yeah, and I have seen successful content creators can shift to other games, but they do it really slowly. Like, they'll like do a simulation game like one time and see how it goes since people ask for it, and then eventually they're like, okay, well, like, my viewership didn't drop, so let me try that again. And they very like slowly, and then that kind of like takes over their whole thing. They find a way to do it without just like completely switching and then things falling apart. So what is this song? Is this copyrighted, bro? What is this? Am I getting in trouble on YouTube? What music was just playing? What? Spotify just went fucking rogue. Oh my god, Spotify! I didn't have fucking repeat on. God damn it. Okay, well. Yet another unmonetized stream incoming. Oh well. Thanks, Claude. Oh my god. No. He who shall not be named. What other scarabs do I need? Breach? I already had these in here, but I'm now second guessing. I do. Okay, good. Other fellow div, now I gotta learn all the AI stuff and not burn through tokens. Dude, if you work for a good company, they let you burn through as many tokens as you want. I've avoided to use much AI at work. I think it'll cause a lot of long-term damage to people's coding skills. Oh, 100%. Also, that's not feasible for me. Unfortunately. I wish, but that's not how it's gonna work. It's also gonna create a lot of issues in the code bases. I don't know. I'm very worried about the deterioration. But at the same time, not worried, because my job isn't really to worry about it. My job is just to, like, do what they ask of me and then move on. The cover of Beat It? I know. I was like, I know this song, which means it's probably copyrighted, which means I shouldn't be playing it. What the fuck is that about? I'm catching up. You can play any music on stream as long as it's not on the main audio track. Yeah, so I don't have the option to not put it on the main audio track. My OBS doesn't work like other OBSs. My OBS isn't like the other OBSs. Nice tink. So what people do is they go into their settings and then they set their Twitch audio VOD track. My OBS doesn't have that. Since I'm streaming, a lot of this is disabled. But, yeah, I don't have the thing that's like, set your Twitch VOD track. She uses the dark OBS. Yeah, I don't know. I looked into it before. It just doesn't work. Let me stop you right there. I will not let you use all my tokens. I can't ask questions to chat. That's too many tokens. I ran out of usage. I need to upgrade my plan to talk to chat. Why don't you have normal OBS? I don't know. Have you connected your Twitch on OBS? Yes. Otherwise I wouldn't be able to stream. Right? I actually tried re-authenticating it the other day as well. I don't know. I don't know, but nonetheless, I am not really that interested in playing copyrighted music on stream anyway. I wanted the option so that I could do it on some streams to like switch things up, but it doesn't seem like it's allowed according to OBS. I don't know. Because I went through a bunch of tutorials and I was like, why don't I have this setting that everyone else has that says use different audio track for Twitch so that I can play whatever music I want. But I don't know. Whatever. I just have to use the music that I was using and not have Spotify autoplay random shit for me. Basically. So, but I am on the latest update of OBS as well. Which, they have been improving OBS a lot, which I'm grateful for. Let me check something. Oh, maybe I need to use authentication for Twitch? Is that what it is? I'll try that later. Yes, okay. That's what you guys were talking about? I see. I will set that up after stream. Nice. OBS settings are just like between OBS settings and video export settings, there's so many points of failure when it comes to recording content and like having it be not awful to look at and listen to. It took me a long time to be happy with where the audio was on my stream. And even in my last video, it was like peaking a little bit. I think that was my bad when I was editing, but I'm always checking the like video and audio levels and stuff and making sure it's good quality. It's not as easy as it sounds. So. I'm basically out of water. Rip. Do you roll people's div cards for them? No. Because I will just delete them. Do I delete people's div cards? No, I think I've deleted people's recombinations before. Does that count? GGG livestream is a week away. I'm really hyped. I know, I'm also so hyped. I want to know what's going to be in the update. And then we can dig into all the nitty gritty. Imagine, no. I was gonna say, what if they had patch notes directly after the stream, and then I remembered that it was 3 weeks between, and I was like, that's not happening. Never mind. Forget that thought. Audio peaking is fine if it's not a super long duration. Yeah, I mean, on OBS the levels look fine, but I think I like bumped up the volume. So I found out there was an issue with my audio a while ago, for a long time actually, where I had my compressor too intense, and it was causing my S's to come through really strongly, which was always bothering me, but I couldn't figure out why. And so I finally figured out why. It was my compressor, so I turned down my compressor, and basically what it means now is that I have a lot of like little like quiet spots and loud spots in my audio. And so when I try to like make the volume a normal sound, it forces a lot of the audio to be too loud, and then it sounds like it's peaking. So, I don't know. Audio balancing is a fucking nightmare. It's basically what it comes down to. If you multi-stream on YouTube, OBS gets even more convoluted. I know. I'm using the multi-stream plugin. I kept it as simple as possible. My multi-stream is like super fucking basic. I do not... I was really not a fan of like the big integrations with multi-stream. I was like, just give me the most simple version of it that exists. That's what I want. Where did my abyss go? Over here. Okay. I almost failed. Rip. You can't have copyrighted music even in the live portions of YouTube? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get an email from YouTube after this that's like, your video cannot be monetized. Fucking whatever. Whatever, dude. Well, I was here, bruh. How did I fail? God damn it. How am I so bad at this? Stupid abyss astrolabes. Be the end of me. You can have at most 5 seconds of copyrighted music if you want, but not more. The teasers have been so cryptic, people are speculating they'll rework all existing link mechanics. I know, we keep talking about that. I just don't see it happening. I think it's just too much. I think that probably reworking the endgame will take so much time that they won't have time to rework the endgame and the endgame mechanics. I think that's very unlikely. Even though they've delayed it, like they haven't delayed it that much that they could rework all of that. I don't think so. That would really surprise me. For vocals, good ratio is 2:1 on the compressor. It wasn't about the, I'll show you actually. So it's not about the, here's a little bit of behind the scenes. It's not about the ratio, but it's about the threshold here. So I have the ratio at 3:1, which is also fine. But it's this. So you can see, like, as I'm talking, like, the whole point of the compressor is that if I yell, like, it'll take everything above this and, like, squash it. So the volume all comes out kind of at the same level. And then and then there's not like a big volume difference between my yelling and my whispering. But if I put this down too much, it makes my consonants like really like very, I don't know, like it like tickles the ear type of thing. And that's what I had for a while, but now I've just like loosened this up quite a lot. So I don't know, we'll see. I think it sounds good now, so I'm not concerned with it. I just wish the volume was a little bit more normalized. But it is what it is. As an audio engineering nerd, ratio alone means nothing. The topology of the compression matters more. Yeah, I've tried a couple different compressors too. I've tried ones, like I've swatched the Elgato one because it was simpler, but I've tried other ones too that are more complicated, and I didn't feel like they were any more useful. 2 more months is not that much time for all those changes. That's what I was thinking. High frequencies are usually picked up louder by microphones. That's why this compressor squishes it. Your mic audio sounds very clean and good. Well, thank you. Well, thank you. Yo, these prizes suck. I want something else. I only say that because I need something specific for the challenge. I need one more map, and I guess I have to take a fragment. I have no other option, but damn. That sucks. Astrolabes have been giga ass. But I kind of get it. Like, they can't make an astrolabe really good because then it would just like, people would just rush astrolabes in a way that was like exploitative, and it would be like an annoying way to make currency, you know? I'm not mad about the astrolabes, it does feel bad to get in there and see nothing. But I have gotten divines from them before. The reason why my rewards were really ass in that astrolabe is because I did like 2 of the objectives. I like failed all the other I failed all of the shaped region objectives, so I didn't add any mods to the maps or increase the rarity on the memory vault, so it was kind of my own fault, to be fair. It's difficult to think about how much they can do in 6 months since we don't know how much is already done and how much they're actually doing. That's fair, because they said that... Yeah, because they didn't really update any core content for... Well, I guess they had the druid. Yeah, it's hard to tell how much they've been working on the background and how much is new work. So, we'll see. I've gotten nothing from astrolabes this league? Damn. That kinda sucks. I did just the regular, like, the Templar astrolabes, and I was getting, like, divines and stuff. And annuls, which honestly are kinda worth money. Most of the Templars are either annuls or ancients. Yeah, I mean, and honestly, both of those were worth, like, 20 KS a piece right now, which... Cool. If you can pay back the cost of the astrolabe, then it's worth it, you know? For 100C per astrolabe and a null is insulting? Well, you usually get more than one, no? Were you not getting more than one? Okay, well, maybe it's just luck. It's always one? No, I'm sorry. Mine weren't actually that bad, but fuck, dude, what the hell? I pulled my hand away for 2 seconds. Oh, it's extra chaos damage, that's why. I don't have as much chaos resist. 49%, it's not the worst. Oh well. It's not my fault. My chin is itchy because my hair keeps touching it. My hair is making my skin itch. Damn it. The damn shame. Oh my god, let me through. I hate these stupid little doors in Delve. This little, like, walkway. It's such a pain. Healthy goatee win? I don't think it's possible. Although, it would be funny. It would be funny if one day I showed up on stream with a goatee. I don't think the look would suit me. You know what? One day we gotta show you guys my brother, and he's like the goateed version of me, the goated version of me. So there's already a version of me with a goatee. It's my brother. He looks basically just like me, except in boy form. But usually what people say is, "Wow, you look just like your brother," and I'm like, "Thanks for the compliment. That's really." Really kind of you to say that. I really have always strived to look like my brother. Thanks. Not. I made money doing strong boxes this league on a Haunted Mansion map and Breach. Nice. I mean, Breach was huge money this league, right? That's what a lot of people did. We were saying earlier that strong boxes are probably the most popular league mechanic. Probably the one that everybody's doing. Try not to die. You know, at some time, I'm gonna have to spawn my AG. So I think that thing is supposed to help a lot. Let's try it. Let's go up to the top so I don't actually accidentally eat an item that I don't want him to have. And then we'll go back up. Strong boxes, Haunted Mansion goes hard. You know, those things just sound like they go right together. Strong boxes are just easy to get into. Yeah, I guess they do have a lot of price points, right? You don't have to do the discernment or the containment one. The containment, I think, right? Betrayal funded my league as usual. Really? I feel like Betrayal is like... I don't think I get it. I have tried, but I don't know how to farm medallions, I will say. I feel like medallions are really rare, aren't they? Oh my god, click the thing, click the- I can't. This game, bro. Click it, okay. Haunted Mansion boxes early on was great, and then it slowed down. Oh, sad. Before I started playing till I was back to harvest farming. Harvest farming was money this league though. Like, yellow juice got so expensive. I was gonna do Delve this league, but I kind of forgot about it after a couple days. Has it been profitable? Yeah, I would say Delve is profitable this league. I think it's much less profitable right now because people are done crafting. But also, Delve is always going to be less profitable than like a super juiced bub gun strategy, basically. So it's like slower, consistent money, the same way Harvest is. But this league, it's been pretty good because literally every fossil was selling for at least 10 chaos, and you could get like 6 of them from a dynamite wall. So, and some of the fossils were worth quite a bit as well. Like Shuddering was worth a lot for a minute there. Hollow was worth, Hollow was worth over Divine the whole time. Not anymore, but you know. It definitely has its moment, and then it kind of fades away. Oh yeah, and the 4-socket resonator is over Divine. It just went up and up and up. The rare fossils were 2 div all league long. I don't think it was 2 div. I guess it was. Yeah. Yeah, quite good. So I've been really happy with where the profit has been at. So I feel like the change to the fossils not coming from other locations in the game really, really helped. I feel like that made Delve feel way more interesting. Oh yeah, and then the Vol Architect Doriani's Machinarium. If you fight the Vol boss, there's a boss in Delve that drops a map sometimes. I haven't dropped it this league, sad. But it's worth 25 div. It's worth like 30 divine right now. $29 divine for this map if you get it off the boss. Crazy. Doriani's Machinarium. I think it's like a 15% drop rate from the ball boss, so it's not super common, but you know. It's worth doing 5 of them and getting 30 divine. Wow. Big noises. Oh my god, I'm hurting. And now I'm leaving. Get me out of here. And Tuesday, I got a divine from a city. So that's cool. That doesn't usually happen. All's amulet can be 2 divine. Yeah. 2 Dorianis from Betrayal. You have 2 more than I've gotten this league. That's crazy. We were talking about that earlier, right? Betrayal dropping Dorianis. It's a little fucked up, actually. But it's fine. I'll allow it. Betrayal is how people printed Mage Bloods. Listen, am I mad about the Mage Bloods being cheaper and people printing them? Not really. If I had to choose, no, I'm not mad about it. I will gladly take an oversupply of Mage Bloods. Oh my god, please don't kill me. At least let me pick up the loot first. Oh, we should go down this way. So I want to get to the Human Fisher. The Human Fisher drops the Fractured Fossil, and that's worth like 60 chaos right now, so it's not bad. Got a bunch of raw divines from boxes. I got my first Mage Blood this week. Yo, congrats! Bought it. I mean, That's how most people get their first mage blood. I would say pretty much everybody gets their first mage blood by buying it, yeah. You learn to farm and then eventually you just find a way to farm more efficiently and then get a mage blood. So congrats, it's awesome. It honestly, like, once you get a mage blood, like, going from a mage blooded character to a not mage blooded character, you're like, holy shit, the difference. Especially, like, I have Quicksilver on mine right now, and the Quicksilver just feels so much smoother. It's so zippy. Never got a divine from box this league. 1.2 million kills and 0 div from boxes. Dude, what do I... Oh, this character doesn't have my pilfering ring on it. So I don't even know how many divines I've gotten, but... It hasn't been too bad. I mean, the drop rate has been a lot better. But I guess that's a little bit different than getting it from a box. I don't think I've ever gotten a divine orb from a strong box, so... I would never count on that being my source. Oh my god. Fuck, dude. I saw myself about to die and I just let it happen. Fuck. Oh, there's an all here. I don't think we can do this one. We could try, but I think it'll be too difficult. Has 30% increased damage, onslaught, always pierce, chance to impale, increased chaos resistance, and ignite, freeze, and shock on a hit. That's scary. I was trying to farm Foulborn Mageblood from Betrayal, but quickly bounced to currency on boxes. Interesting. I bet that's fun and satisfying, and takes up a lot of inventory slots. When I did boxes in Frisia, it was like, if you did the div card boxes, you never had a free inventory slot. Never. Takes up so much space. Hopefully we can survive this one. I would like the ancient orb to gamble my belts away. Okay, that was garbage. Some days I don't even know why I go into these fortresses. They don't have anything. Headhunter and Delve is crazy. I've never done a Headhunter and Delve. Most people don't, but I guess... Don't you just get the ambush and then lose? Like, isn't that how the Headhunter works? Is the second you get ambushed, you just, like, go die and then come back without it? Abandoned riches. I will take those. Okay, get out. Go, 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 go. Alright. We can try this all. We'll see how it goes. Think it's gonna be bad? You won't know until you try. I hate the teleporting mod, especially in PoE2. Oh my god, yeah. Yup. I feel like it's gotta be so much worse in PoE2. For deep delvers, it's useless, but for non-delve builds that go to 500 or 600, it's amazing. Oh. Good to know. Oh my god, he hurts. Stop that. I am dealing very little damage to this man. We're gonna be here for a couple hours, clearly. How you guys doing? How's it going? Everybody having a good night? Oh my god. Fucking Otemba, bruh. Okay, yeah, I don't think I can do that one. Where's this at? 671. I'm gonna keep track of it. We'll come back to it. Maybe, I want to say if I get the Progenesis, it would help, but the Progenesis kind of sucks on boss fights because you use up the flask, and then you can't generate flask charges until mid-fight. So it's not really helpful in that scenario. So I would need more damage. I need to figure out how to get more damage. Also, this build is not very good at single targets, so likely it's just not meant for doing the all fight. But at least my AG lived. Look at him go. Oh boy, Lightning Storm and Lightning Mirages. This is a really fun game. I'm so glad that both of these can exist at the same time. At least we get some fossils from here, maybe? Probably? Hi chat, hi Halsey, yo, welcome in. Champs, how are you? I was like, do I say Hamps? Do I say SHH? Do I say Champs? I had to cycle through the options before picking one. Did you guys ever have, you know, I was a Rolodex family. We had a Rolodex with everybody's phone numbers. My mom is very organized. And so it was kind of fun to play with. She had everybody's contact info, I don't want to die, in the Rolodex with all of their phone numbers and stuff, and would just call them up. And I remember her just like grabbing the Rolodex and like walking over and like calling a bunch of people. Like it was very tactical, like, or tactile, rather, tactile, and very satisfying. It was, like, you know, I liked it a lot, I will say. It was fun. Those were the days. It was either that or our Yellow Pages book. One of those two would get us in touch. We sharpied the Yellow book. Yeah, I remember looking at people in that book. And now there's only one phone number I remember. I have like, no. I have 2 emergency phone numbers that I keep track of. But otherwise, you know what? If I don't have your number saved in my phone, I'm not even answering. Because at this point, I'm sick of getting calls from like random AI bots about random broken computers. Like, hi, are you having issues with your Windows PC? I'm like, nope, bye. Funny you should mention it. I'm actually never picking up the phone again. Bye. And that's how it works. I remember using rotary phones. I've never used a rotary phone. I wish I had. It seems so fun. Isn't there a human fisher over here? Oh, it's over here. Let's go this way. Let's knock it out. In case of emergency, call 911. Call IXII. That's funny. I only remember my mom's cell phone number. Yeah, I've got my mom's cell phone number and one other phone number, and then I think that's it. That's it. And even then, my mom did this thing where she gave my brother her old phone number. So I always get their phone numbers mixed up. And I'm like, I don't know who I'm calling, but it's probably one of the two. One of them loves to be called and the other does not want to be called. So it's a gamble. It is a gamble. rotary phones were great until you had the punk ass like random number and screwed up on the 7th digit. Oh my god. That is not so fun. My mom specifically chose phone numbers like when she would set up phones for us and like our landline, she would set up the easiest number she could set up. Like my old phone number, I'm not gonna say it, but basically it was 1232123. Like that's basically the phone number. And so it was like the easiest phone number in the world for us to remember and for other people to remember. I was like, damn, my mom was really smart for that. Just chose like the first repeat and then a 2 and then the second repeat, and the repeats were so easy. Oh my god. Fucking genius. I've done everything I wanted this league, it sits there doing nothing. Yeah, I don't really have anything else that I want to do the challenges. The things that I'm doing right now are like not that important for me to get done. Like I don't consider like grinding it out, but I am just having fun, just like chilling with the game while chilling with all of you. Remember public payphones? No, dude. I lived out in the boonies. We didn't have a payphone for miles. I don't think I'd ever seen a payphone. I live in America, okay? Does America have payphones? I guess they do in cities, right? Well, I'd never used one. We didn't have them by us. We lived in the middle of nowhere. Schools had payphones, and then I'd be screwed when I had no change. My parents would forget. Oh my god. Schools had payphones? I didn't know that. That's crazy. They made you pay for the phone at school? They didn't just let you call? What? They just let me call. Is this new age tech that they just let you call now? The school has their own phone. They don't need a pay phone. What? Had me begging for change. Oh no. I used to memorize lots of phone numbers and random car license plates. It was like a game or a challenge to see how much I could remember. And now we don't have to remember a goddamn thing. I'm still trying to keep my multiplication tables intact. You know what I'm talking about? Like 6 times 8, 48, like that kind of shit. I barely have that knowledge anymore. There's very little I can remember these days. I do my best. I was actually really good at rote memorization, say, in school. Oh, I need a big stretch today. Been a long day. A long day of sitting. At some point, NYC had the most payphones per square mile. God damn. I've never used one. I have an uncle who's a postman. You can ask him any address on his route and he can tell you who lives there or vice versa. Oh, I believe that. Even like, like one of my family members does, my brain does paramedic. God damn. Wow, that took a long time to come to the surface. She's paramedic, so she is like, she doesn't need a GPS to get anywhere. She's like, yeah, I know exactly what roads to take, and I know exactly what the good parts and the bad parts of town are, and I know exactly where all the hospitals are, and like all this kind of stuff. I'm like, damn. That's a crazy skill. I don't think I could ever know a city's like road map that well. Even with GPS, I still get lost. I know. You forget for 1 second and then you realize you missed the turn. It's happened to me, I do have to say. I'm just starting the league now, a bit late, but what starter build do you recommend for Delve? Starter build. You know, the build, well, have you done a lot of leagues before? Because the minion build I did for the start of the league was actually the guide was really well written, and it was a really good build, and you could get pretty far in it with Delve. But I also know that minions can be confusing, so if you don't have a lot of time in the game in general, it would probably be like a more difficult build. Golden Strike at the Zenith. The nice thing about the Holy Relic build I did is you could start off with it like super cheaply and then just add to it as you get more money, which is really nice. There are a ton of incremental upgrades you could make for it, and you could just upgrade it to like an insane degree. And it might be the build that got me the furthest in Delve so far this league, but yeah, you do have to set up specters and an animate guardian, and I know that can be kind of confusing. But Valor Mage's Holy Relic of Conviction build is really good. Valor Mage worked really hard on that guide and is like one of the best, most helpful guides I've ever seen for a build, I will say. Would KF totems be good for Delve? I haven't done KF totems, and why am I dying to like the ground? Monster damage penetrates 12% of elemental resistances. Okay, I'm moving on. No thanks. If you want to stop at peak loot, any build will do. That's true, just not evasion builds. Evasion builds are going to be harder, for sure. But otherwise, pretty much any other build is fine. Hold on. Please hold. Just a second. Okay. I'm running TRCA. What's TRCA? Headhunter helps? You gotta, okay. I gotta add to the glossary. Toxic Rain, Caustic Arrow. Gotcha. Deaths are getting common. Okay. I could see that. Like, that one is probably fine if you're going for like the 300 range of profit. Probably harder at the 500 plus. They've added a minion mastery that makes it easier to get to the breakpoint for Holy Relics. Yeah. Yeah. And now with the volatile Vol Orbs. True. With the volatile Vol Orbs, you can get even better breakpoints for Holy Relic because you can get like more minion cooldown on like, you know, whatever item. Or you could get like the extra quality basically. You can get more quality on stuff with volatile Vault Orbs. Toxic Rain Caustic Arrow is very fun and fast. I would like it if it didn't involve a ranger. Also, that Azaro quote, definitely one of my favorites. Wisdom is the offspring of suffering and time. They're like, as long as you go through pain for long enough, you'll become wiser. I'm like, you're not wrong, but you're also not very nice. I get it, but I don't like it. Wow, I'm almost dead. Yikes, dude. What happened? Monster damage penetrates 12% of elemental resistances? How do I get around this weakness? It's everywhere, dude. Damn it. Penetrate is horrible? I know, it's in basically all these zones as well. I guess I could go down this way. Oh wait, this zone has it. This zone has it. This zone has it. How do I get around this? Do I just have to go through it? I don't know, dude. I think I just have to go through it. You can get to 3 million DPS on Toxic Rain Caustic Arrow, around 60k EHP. Not bad. I feel like 3 million DPS is when a build feels very comfortable. Like 1 million is when you're like getting it, and then 3 million is like everything dies. Like you can start doing like mapping content very, very comfortably. And then you do Delve, and you look at your build and you're like, why is 10 million DPS not enough? And you cry. And that's how the game works. Welcome to Path of Exile. You're also doing chaos damage, so everything dies extra quick. Yeah, and you don't have to worry about the... God damn it. Maybe... Let's see. Yo, what was the song? Skipping it? So we have 81, 83, and 70, no, 81, 76, 75% LE res. I feel like we could probably get max prismatic skin. I did put this jewel in recently. Maybe the max LE res is better. Elemental. There's another one here. I would like to get rid of this 30 int node, but I cannot. Makes me sad. Makes me sad. Would be nice if I could get this one, but... Okay, whatever. We'll try with the 2% more and see if it helps. Maybe it'll be better. What challenges do you still have to do? The annoying ones. Obviously. The Scarabs, which is easy. Astrolabes, which is annoying in my opinion. 8,000 maps. This one is almost done. The Varashta one. 200 Eldritch Altars, which is not bad. The Memory Vaults, which is going to be also a pain in the ass. And the Gallant Grinding Goals, which is going to be also awful. So, just the bad ones left. But I'm not doing enough mapping. Like, a lot of those probably are easy for people who are doing mapping as a farming strat, but I haven't been, so I'm not getting them. So, yeah. You could drop the Quicksilver for another Res Flask. Yeah, I could. If we struggle here, I might. Possible, that could help. Where do you watch your K-dramas? My daughter and I used to watch a lot of them, but most of those have been shut down. I know, there was the really, like the go-to K-drama website was shut down. There's two that are good. Netflix is expensive, but it has a lot of really good K-dramas on it. And the other one is Viki, V-I-K-I. That one has like a cheaper option. And they also have a ton of K-dramas on there. Those are the two that I like. Viki is like Rakuten something like that. They're like part of a different group, but should be straightforward to find. God, please. There's burning ground everywhere. Make it stop. Ugh. I hope they add duelists to PoE 2 this league. I really like the archetype and I hope it is strong too. I know, I think they're gonna add swords. I hope they do. If they don't, I will be bummed, but it depends on how much everything else is. I also still have to do like wolf and wyvern builds because I did not do those last league, so I have other builds to get caught up on, but still, I want a good sword build. I hate doing the memory vault one, it's dumb. I know, it sucks. Even the astrolabes has been pretty annoying, to be honest with you. Just because it feels like I have to do so many, but it is what it is. We're definitely gonna die here, by the way. This guy's gonna punch us to death for sure. I would like it if he targeted my AG, but... Go, AG, go! I'm trying to focus really hard on not dying here. Basically, this guy has a big punch that hurts really bad, and if he hits us, then he probably will one-shot us. Mainly because monsters, do they penetrate Eliros on this one? Maybe not. I thought they did, maybe not. Maybe I can play a little bit more recklessly. Okay. Oh, we did it. Nice. Faceted fossil. I don't think it's worth a tink, but you know, whatever. I will only go back to PoE 2 when they do swords. I can't do monk again. None of the other classes get me. Us strike stands need to eat, as the kids say. I can't fault you for that. I did not touch Druid nor shift skills this league. Druid is just not jam. Really? So many people like Druid. Really, guys? I'm kind of surprised. I mean, Bear was really fun until I felt Bear was really fun until I got to the end game, and then I had a really hard time scaling it. But I also am not the best build maker, so it's possible that I just didn't theory craft well enough. I don't like to follow build guides in PoE 2. I follow build guides in PoE 1, and I follow the recipe, and I cook the thing in the oven at 425 for 15 minutes, you know, whatever. But in PoE 2, I just want to do what I want to do. I don't want to be told what to do, you know? So it was kind of made up as I went, but there were some I didn't try. The plant oracle is really good, actually. I did follow people's builds on that one. If you didn't do a plant build, the plant build would be pretty fun. I guess it's very different than probably what you like if you're doing monk and you want swords, but it's still good. A lot of people going crazy for druid stuff. Just not my personal fantasy. Yeah, I mean, I didn't have the nostalgia around it. A lot of people were very nostalgic for druid because they played Diablo, but I didn't. So I was like, I couldn't care less. This is cool, whatever. I want to play these classes because I think they're interesting. And I do actually like the shape-shifting mechanic. I thought it was pretty well done. But I didn't have like a emotional attachment to it. Nice. Nice-oo. I like wolf form, but PoE 2 isn't fun in the endgame. I know, I usually quit PoE 2 when I get to maps. So this was my first league doing Arbiter of Ash, and it was really difficult, but also I realized that actually stopping once you get to maps is kind of the way to go. It's really good. Because at that point you've basically played through all the fun content. You don't have to do all the painful content. I like playing Wolf, made an Amazon Wolfie going crazy. Yo, that's fun. Wolf Invoker was also really good. Okay. Same for me. I feel I have enough knowledge to do my own thing in PoE 2, but not for PoE 1. Yeah, I mean, the only thing in PoE 2 right now, and let me know if you guys feel this way, is that, especially with the Druid, they kind of railroad you into certain build archetypes now. It definitely feels like you get a lot less flexibility. It's not that the game doesn't let you do the flexibility, but the viable builds seem very archetype, right? Like, if you want an endgame build, you kind of have to fall into like one of the buckets, it feels like. But I also probably gravitate towards the archetypes anyway, so I'm not like out here inventing new builds. It just feels a lot less open-ended in my opinion. PoE 2 just isn't fun. What? I think it's fun. I like it, and you know, like, it can be a slog sometimes, but I really don't mind the slog. I don't mind the slowness. We actually got through the monsters penetrate elemental resistances nodes. And now we can move on to actually good nodes. You can shapeshift in different ascensions. It made it quite fun. That's true. Maybe we just haven't discovered all the best combinations yet. But I am glad that they made it so that every class can shapeshift instead of just the one. Even though it does feel like the ascendancies kind of are geared towards a specific type of character, but whatever. Whatever. All I know is if I get swords or axes, I will be a happy gamer. And if I don't get those, I'll be playing a wolf. And that's all. We're back in monsters penetrate elemental resistances. They force you to follow the combos and the devs come up instead of letting you mix and match skills. Yeah, it just feels like the devs are... I mean, I know the devs don't have quite as much time, so of course they wouldn't be able to test everything, but it does feel like the combinations are very basic that they do. Any new class will do it for me, yeah. I just want more melee options. Like the melee options we have right now are kind of like they're fine. I feel like Smith of Kitava kind of lost its excitement. I also wish that stupid Forge Hammer skill was actually interesting instead of being just a troll ascendancy point. I don't want to die. Oh my god, dude. Give me back my HP. Soul Eater with adaptive resistances? Are you fucking kidding me? Okay. I'm sad that Flicker is staff. Give me my sword Flicker back. I've never played sword Flicker, I don't know. What's profitable in Delve? People typically go looking for specific mods on bases. Some of them, yes. Any of the minion nodes that you see could have specific mods, but otherwise not really. It's mainly the minion nodes, and then right now all the fossil nodes are worth doing. Like basically all of them. Over time you kind of learn like which you think are personally worth doing, but at this point, and then all of the bosses. I would recommend doing all of the bosses. Bosses, minions, fossils. Those are what I would recommend. If you really want to know, I think I still have this. There you go. There's that. All the remaining classes should have something to do with melee? Yes, please give me melee and make it better. I want the good melee class. I mean, the warrior's fine, but I want something new. I remember watching the clips from Quinn. Tempering their weapon during a boss fight was so stupid. Oh my god. I know. I know. It was actually a great clip, though. I love that he tried to use that. I'll go look at the doc that was linked. Thanks. Yeah. Let me know if that works. I did use an Imgur link before, but the Imgur I know not everyone has access to for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah. Whatever. Drive should be easier for everyone. We can just do that now. But yeah, that the Vol boss, the red boss drops a 30 divine map, so that's good shit. Not that I would ever drop that, but you probably will. Crown of the Tyrant is good? Yeah. Is it still worth money? Crown of the Tyrant? Okay, it's not worth nearly as much. At the start of the league, it'll be worth like 10 div. Now it's worth like less than a div, but it's not nothing. 250 chaos. Imgur refuses to follow GDPR standards. Why? Like it doesn't have a privacy policy? What do you mean? What? They're tracking too much user data? What the fuck? They're trying to steal all of our names and emails and addresses? Is that what it is? They're spying on us? I've gotten the map a lot, but the vault aspect things are worthless. Yeah, they're not so good. Yeah, they haven't been worth much recently, that's for sure. They used to be, I think, right? The aspects were all good money, but now only 1 or 2 are, I think. Yeah, that's what... Because whenever I asked people about it, they also said like, oh, the Vault Curiosity should be worth money, right? And then every time I got it, I was like, nah, dude. This is worth 5 chaos, what do you mean? Oh, minion node for us. With damage penetrates 12% of elemental resistances. What could go wrong? Oh. Never mind. I've always wanted to delve, but I could never get into the groove of making profit doing it. This league has been much better profit than other leagues, I will say. I mean, it's not ever going to be as profitable as like a super juiced strat, but it is decent money. It's good money. But it does take some setup. It takes it a while to get, because there's certain depths that give you profit, right? Like 350 and 500 are 2 breakpoints for death that start to spawn better things. 600 is really good if you can get to it. The 600 will spawn all the special fossils more. I can farm essences, which I'm guaranteed to get each map, whereas in Delve I gotta run into the darkness, get a good nude that gets a fossil. That's true, but I would still say it's less gambling than a lot of the like higher end strategies where some maps are really good and some maps are really bad. I still think it's better than that. But it's funny because I always consider Delve consistent money because you're like, yeah, you might be hunting a little bit, but you're still like guaranteed to get fossils down there. So for me, it feels like consistent. But I guess I could see that feeling like you have to get a good node. Welcome to my Mario Kart game. This node scares me so bad every time I do it. I'm just like, hopefully I don't die here. As 50 ghost bears assault me. Oh, this guy. Alright. See if maybe we can get a minions are aggressive wand. Hopefully, probably not, but who knows? Could happen. You bother going into the darkness? Yeah, this league I have. I will say... some of the fossils are good, and some of them aren't quite as good anymore. So it depends on where you are. I would say if you're in the blue zone, then yes, go into the darkness. Otherwise, take it or leave it. But yeah, this league I have been going into the darkness as much as I can. Now that I'm like deeper at 600, not so much because the nodes are worth more, so the darkness is worth less. If that makes sense? Make sure running into the darkness is gonna pay out. I just jump into the darkness and find nothing. I can help with that. Hold on. I've got pro tip, but you'll have to wait to the end. How much the minions are aggressive wand? I don't know anymore. I do not know. It was worth several divine earlier, but it is now later in the league and people aren't really buying those kinds of things anymore, so it could be worse. Probably is only worth like a divine if I had to guess. But a divine is a divine, so we take those. Okay, we did not drop them. Damn, sad. Anyway, I can check regardless. Convoking wand. And minions are aggressive. 4 divine. If you... Actually, they're worth quite a bit right now. If it's not fractured. 6 divine. So quite good. Solid. It's a solid drop. We have a specter chest here, actually. Okay. And then for the darkness, here, I can give you a... This might be kind of confusing, but I'll try to keep it simple. So, Delve is divided into squares. So you see how there's like a green square here, there's a brown square here. It's just a bunch of squares, and then like this blue square. Like some of them are combined, obviously you have the bigger ones that are just made up of like a lot of squares. So each square needs to have, if I remember correctly, a path or a dynamite wall. So if you look at this, where's a good spot for this? Where's a good demonstrator? So, I'm trying to think about how to phrase this. So basically every time you're traveling, every block that doesn't have a path, like this middle block, this is basically a square right here, should have a dynamite wall that leads to fossils. So you will either have a path like this, or a dynamite wall. So you basically, like, if you're going on a path like this, I don't always keep track, but you know that you can expect like one dynamite wall because there's one like square without paths next to it, if that makes sense. If you have a longer path, like this one for example, this one that goes like this, obviously you'll have 1, 2, like 3 dynamite walls along this one. So that can kind of help you predict. And the dynamite walls are worth more than just like going blindly into darkness. Going blindly into darkness is fine also, but if you want to be really efficient about it, the dynamite walls are better. Every square has a single thing in it, start node, end node, or wall. That's a good way to put it, yeah. Every square has one thing in it. So for this one, this like brown square in the middle here, this needs to have a dynamite wall that leads to like some kind of reward, fossils, gear, whatever, because there's nothing else. So. Not only is it a wall, but it will be fossils? No, not necessarily. Some of them have mods that say, like, side passages contain specific things. Let's see if I can find it here. I don't know if I can. Do I have any of these? Maybe not. There are mods. If you look at the mods on the bottom, I can't find one right now, but there are some that say like side passages have this much increased chance for fossilized remains, and obviously those are more useful. But it's not necessarily going to be a fossil. I can blow things up and find an armor chest? Yeah. They can be garbage. Yeah, sometimes they're garbage and sometimes they're not. You're gambling. As are all things. If you're fast clearing the side passages for random fossils can still be worth when fossils are 12 to 15 each early on. Yeah, so I would recommend in this blue zone, this is where it's really useful to farm darkness because one, the paths are really straight in here. It's a lot of right angles, so it's very easy to see when you're in a side passage and when you're not. And two, the fossils in here, I don't know if it's still worth it, but at least at the start of the league, they were worth a lot more than the other ones. Oh my god, Halsey teaches Delve. I love this part of the stream. It's my favorite show. Okay. I'm so sorry. Ignore the Fox News ad. I don't ask for this. God damn it. Okay, anyway. So, what's worth money right now? Dense, metallic, gilded, shuddering. So shuddering is in the blue zone. Dense, I think, is in the blue zone as well. Sanctified was the other one that was worth money, but I don't know if it still is. Or Sanctified. Oh, Sanctified. Yeah, and Sanctified. So yeah, I would do the blue zones. The blue zones have the most valuable fossils, and then the green zones can have Crystal Spire, right? And this is a good node. So blue and green are typically like the good ones. Once the walls are down, the side passages don't respawn. Before that, you can reload the zone and run the path over and over. Wow, I didn't know that. Actually, that's really fascinating. You can just run them for side passages? Is that even worth it? I bet that's not worth it. That sounds terrible, but useful to know. Alrighty, folks. It is the end for me. Thank you so much for hanging out. Let's say goodbye over on YouTube. Thank you everybody for hanging out on YouTube. I appreciate you being here, and I will see you all next time. And I've reduced my YouTube streaming to just my Path of Exile streams, which is Tuesday and Thursday. I will see you Tuesday, and then if you want to join for the variety stream, that's over on Twitch, and that's on Saturday. So, bye everybody on YouTube. Thank you so much for hanging out. Have a good night. See ya. And then for all my Twitch pals, let us go find someone to raid.